3
or 3.
Bottles 1, 2, or 3. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Bad Thoughts Studios. Today we got a very special episode. We're doing a live episode where we're going to be talking our top 5 Pixar movies of all time. We're going to throw some honorable mentions and have a little fun, talk about different things. But glad you guys came by. Terrific panel today. First time on the show, we got Marianne, the girly nerd. How's everything, Marianne? How are you?
It's good. It's good. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course, thank you for coming. Us 4 together is a handful of an episode usually. So having you here, we don't necessarily have to dim it down because you kind of know who we are, like our personalities. But it's cool to have someone else kind of moderate us too. So
Okay.
The same person.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. What up, Kiki and Luca? We're gonna start off by introducing everyone, just in case. I mean, most of the people that are going to be watching this know you guys, of course, but we're going to introduce you guys. But I'll start with you, Marianne. If you could tell the people where they can find you on social media.
You can find me on Twitter. I'm not going to call it X, at the Girly Nerd, and Instagram at the Girly Nerd blog.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I'll go to OG right under me. OG, thank you for coming on, brother.
Tones, it is always a pleasure talking shop with you fellas. I love coming on your show, and when you come on our show, it's fantastic every time. But yeah, thank you again for having us. And you can find me on Orange Grove 55 on YouTube, where we talk theme park, studio, even the corporate side. We talk all about like Bob Iger and all that crazy corporate stuff. And you can find me on Instagram at Orange Grove 55, and you can find me on Twitter, because I won't call it X either, at Orange Grove 55, where I'm stepping back a little bit from Twitter though. It just gets kind of crazy. Sometimes you need to pull back a little bit. So I'm not off of it, but I'm pulling back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's where you can find me.
Lean back. Lean back.
I know, right?
Lean back.
Yeah, it especially like recently, it's been very, very like hard to get on Twitter. Like there's just so much drama, so much, and it's weird because it's like almost fake news in a way too. And it's
totally.
It's sometimes it's just like I don't really want to read this, but
yeah.
But yeah, guys, I'm gonna put everything in the description below, so make sure you guys go follow everyone. I will put it after this video because I didn't have time to do it before. But George, thank you for coming on, brother. Always a pleasure having you. If you could tell the people where they can find you.
Absolutely. You can find me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Disney George. You could also find me on Instagram under the Disney Italiano. And of course, you could find me on my home base also on Orange Grove 55 with my segment Citrus Corner, with all that sweet, juicy, but sometimes sticky Disney news and info.
Never
gets old. Never gets old. Candid. What up, baby? What's going on, bro?
Yo.
I love that. I just give like a whole like spiel, and then the kid just comes in like with the goat. Yo,
I'm excited. I'm happy to be here. I haven't been live in a long time. I've been living life, my thing, been busy, but it's good to be back. Especially with these peeps and some new peeps on here. This is awesome. This is what I love to do. I love being here. I love talking Disney, Pixar. Today's gonna be a tough one for me. I ran around the house and I was asking my wife. I'm like, I have 2. I only have 2. But we filled out.
Is that bad?
I'm not really a Pixar person. I'm a huge Disney fan.
Candid, I'm kind of the same as you, bro. I had a harder time with this one than I did the Disney animation one.
But I got it done. Really?
Yeah, this took me like 2 seconds, literally.
Wow.
Well, we'll get into it.
And I don't say that often.
I'm excited for this one.
But yeah, Candy Camper on my MySpace.
MySpace?
MySpace.
Candy, I'm out.
MySpace, all right.
Yep.
All right, guys, we're wrapping up there, I guess.
How old is he?
I know, dude. MySpace.
I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah, guys, go follow the Candy Camper on MySpace,
I had
guys.
0 drinks with George today. Man.
No.
Can't clip that, dude.
Yes, I will clip it. But continue to tell them the rest of your platforms.
No yeah. You can find me the Candy Camper on my channel. I'm doing something different now. I'm doing some old trailer reviews So we'll go back and we'll see if they hold up to the movie, and if it would have brought you into the movie theater, especially those older ones where you didn't really have social media and everything like that.
If it
You had to
holds
kinda
up just
rely
like MySpace.
Hey, MySpace did good for a while. It taught us all how to
did.
code too.
It did.
I know we were coders at like middle school. Dude, crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Find me on X at the Candy Camper, and you can find me on Instagram with the Candy Camper with an extra R at the bottom of it. But I think I'm gonna take a step back from Twitter too. It's been kind of just boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
absolutely.
No one wants to fight with me except for Girly Nerd. That's it.
It
hurt-
my
hurt-
page. I don't have any drama on mine.
I usually don't, but people lately, I you know what I did? Tony, can we talk about?
Oh
it
no,
now?
we can talk about it.
Oh,
We can talk about it. Yeah.
So I made the mistake of actually hating a trailer. God forbid I can't have an
Oh.
opinion on me hating something. And yeah, people didn't like it very much. It wasn't my cup
Yes.
of tea. It's not my cup of
telling you.
tea.
All the haters came out.
I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk.
No, but I understand it too, and no, and that's the whole thing about being human. We're
Yeah.
not all gonna like the same thing. Guess what? I don't have to dumb my opinion down for you, but at the same time, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. all the haters. But guess what? I'm still not gonna go see that fucking movie.
I told you, you're not the target audience for that. At all.
I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
totally not. I'm totally not. And I haven't seen the
AI's not even the target audience for that movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The co-pilot out there is like, no,
Which, as I
that's
said, don't get
okay.
me wrong. As I said, I've seen the Broadway show. You know,
I haven't yet.
and
I heard
it's a
great
really
things.
good show. It is a really good show for Broadway. Movie wise, as I said, I'll hold until I actually see it. I mean, I'm curious to see it, but I'm not going to go see it in the theater. I would just wait till it's free on streaming somewhere.
do you
Which,
think
by
of
the way,
that?
folks, the movie that we're talking about is Wicked.
Oh, don't say
Uh-oh.
it.
Oh no. What do you do, George?
But the movie that shall not be named. But yeah, it's great as a Broadway show. I don't know how I'm going to feel about it in a movie, because once I've seen Oz the Great and Powerful, I was like pretty much tapped out with L. Frank Baum, to be honest with you. I love the story of Oz, but there's like just so many renditions of it. Is like I love the classic. Obviously it's the Wizard of Oz. I mean, but it's like everything else is just for me.
The only other rendition of Oz besides the 1930s film that I liked was the Muppet
Wiz.
version,
Oh, my bad.
the Muppet one. Because Muppet, you could put Muppets in anything, you love it. I love the Muppets, but yeah, outside of that, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, Wicked might be awesome. I'm with you guys. I didn't really get a lot from the trailer. I didn't really like the trailer, but who knows? Maybe the movie will surprise us. I don't know.
Hey, there's my bestie, Kaylee with 2 E's.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, real quick. We did. It wasn't our type of movie that we go see. Like we try to give it a try by watching the trailer. In my opinion, like when I go through my trailers and I watch and we rate them at the end, we like to see if it will get us in the movie theater. Now, all the people that educated us in the comments, we missed the part where it's supposed to be a really long, like there's going to be a part 1 and a part 2, and the story is a really long story. But we didn't know that. Like we don't know the the background when it comes to Wicked. So we tried to give our opinion as best as we could.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, people didn't like it. But
That wasn't your fault, though. They
Yeah.
didn't indicate that in the trailer.
Exactly. That's where I was gonna go. It's there's some things there's some things that they should have said before. And another thing, we could have done more research and going into it as well.
Well, I don't like
And-
doing research though.
Well, yeah, that's the fun
fun
of
part
it.
behind
We,
it, yeah.
we like sounding stupid, but
Dude, I don't
but
think
to your-
we nailed one yet.
But honestly, Tones, to your guys' defense, though, like if people have to do research to get it, then they failed out the gate.
Yeah.
Like you should be able to watch that trailer and get something out of it without doing research.
Yes. Oh man, but no, you are correct. If you have to do research, it is kind of unfortunate. Now we had a lot of fun. What is that? Or that? Holy shit! Um, yeah, but real quick, Marianne, can you kind of tell us why they put so much into that trailer? If you are familiar with that kind of story, because to me, like a 4 minute trailer is kind of
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Honestly, well, one thing, having seen the show, I saw it a long time ago, so I don't remember it that well, but I don't understand, for one thing, why it's two parts. They could have
Mm.
made one long movie because the show is like, I want to say it's like 2.5 hours.
Mhm. Yeah.
Mm.
And I'm like, well, then just make a 2.5, 3 hour movie. I have no idea what they're adding to it. I think it's going to be completely overstuffed. I mean, I still want to see it, but I'm not like so like pumped or anything. It looks
Yeah.
nice because I like the show, but
The-
I think it's probably because they want to appeal to maybe a broader audience than just Wizard of Oz fans or just
Mhm.
Broadway show fans. So let's show them exactly what it's going to be. And there is more to the story. I mean, it does kind of just skim the surface, but it did tell you a lot. So I don't know. That's my guess. They want to lay it all out so people know what they're getting in for, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like the Harry Potter franchise. I mean, if you look at all those movies, if you go back and you read the books, there's a lot of
Yeah.
content that was taken out of the books that wasn't incorporated in the movies because you would have basically a 6-hour movie, per movie. You would it's so if they had to even cut back on something as intricate as Harry Potter, yeah, I don't see why they just couldn't just do one movie, because movies nowadays, I mean, some are clocking in at like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's
Let me
that's
ask
a
you a
norm.
question, George. Would
Yeah.
you have gone and seen a part 1, a part 2, and a part 3 of every single Harry Potter? I think I mean I know I would.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, because believe it or not, some of the storyline of the books I actually kind of prefer over the
Oh yeah,
movies.
especially the second movie to me is nowhere close to the book. The
Oh,
book's so-
absolutely. I've seen the Chamber of Secrets movie before I actually read the book. And when I read the book, I was saying, dang, like why couldn't this have been the movie?
Yeah.
Like there was like so much that was like taken out of it. And again, I know why, but yeah, if they would have done like a part 1, a part 2, a part 3, I know that would have been extensively long, I mean, Daniel Radcliffe would be probably having gray hairs by the time they finish, but if I had it in the Italianos world, that's what I would have done.
What's your thoughts on the new show, on the reboot?
I am very curious to see what direction they go. I kind of hope they tap into some of the stuff that they didn't incorporate in the films. I know it's going to be big shoes to fill. I mean, even though Daniel Radcliffe has small feet, but but it's going to be.
Wait, time out. Why do you know that?
What's that?
Why do you know that?
Oh, he actually.
Wait, because George's a feet guy.
He said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said
He is a feet guy.
He said he actually said that on one of the talk shows.
Really?
That it was because he's not that real big of a guy. So I think it was actually kind of interesting of how they casted him, not knowing how he was going to age, but he actually aged well of how the character did. So I thought that was, but it's definitely going to be big shoes to fill. That it's.
Can we get some more feet in the chat?
I know, right?
That's great. That's great.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Foot guy George. Look at that, Daniel Radcliffe's feet of all feet, George.
I know, right?
No, it's. Oh my gosh. Well, for whoever who doesn't know that about me, but I mean that's a whole nother story. But I could get into that for another show. But so for me, it's I can't. Jesus God. It's going to be very interesting to see with the new actors of what they're going to bring to the table. Because when you think of Hermione, you think of Emma Watson. When you think of Ron Weasley, you think of Rupert Grint. And it's going to be interesting. So if they cast well, if they have a great script, if they utilize technology well, because sometimes if you overcompensate special effects, they can get very choppy.
This is HBO, correct?
Yeah.
I think it'll be fine. HBO hasn't really missed. Even on the stuff they miss, it's still like 10 notches above some of the Disney misses.
Oh yeah, you have Succession, which I was addicted to that show.
I'll tell you what, Kiki and Luca, that's fine, but you owe me $10, so there you go.
He takes Venmo and Cash App. Yeah.
Oh, George, this is off topic, but I meant to text you. I had a few buddies. Guess where they just went to Disney World. Guess where they stayed?
Where'd they stay?
They stayed in the Swan and Dolphin, and they got pizza.
Really?
Yeah. He told me, he's like, dude, I got the best pizza ever, and I'm like, where? He's like, on the boardwalk. Like,
Did he seriously? You kidding?
No shit. It happened.
I'm telling you,
into this story with them.
I'm telling you, bro. If you get the boardwalk pizza, I'm telling you it. I mean, I love Via Napoli, like in the Italy pavilion, but I don't know, just something about the boardwalk pizza. It just
we know,
it's
George.
like Brazilian. That's kind of like a Brazilian.
It hits all the right spots.
Oh fuck! Did you have like the hardest alcohol like invented, George? Or what?
No, actually, OG knows this. Like literally, I could have a drink or I could be sober. Like I'm the same. I'm the same person. I'm just as crazy. Yeah. I'm one big goofball.
Yeah, he is. Because I've only seen George. I've only seen you drunk like one time. That was in Florida, and that was partly my fault because
You gave me that weird. It was that weird concoction that came with that mug.
With the mug from Trader Sam's. I'm like, oh man, I've already had like a few beers. I shouldn't have this mixed drink. That's gonna mess me up. And so I gave it to George. He's like, oh yeah, I'll have it. And he drank it, and he was like, for like 3 hours, so hammered. Yeah. We had to like,
and then it was also at Tam O'Shanter when we had lunch. I swear that waitress roofied me or something because like I was like completely out of it with one beer.
Yeah,
like she slipped me something. Yeah, I don't know what she did.
I don't know either. Yeah, you were off of one beer. That was really weird. That was weird.
And I've had that beer before.
What was it?
Yeah.
My beer was it. It was gold.
Mr. Weber. What up, Weber?
Hi, it's the Webs.
Stop by to say hi real quick before I head out. P.S. Candid is one ugly motherfucker. Love you, brother. Appreciate you coming by, Weber.
Gotta love Weber.
Speaking of ugly, Tony, do you want to tell them what happened? Do you want to help tell everyone what happened today about your haircut and you at Walmart?
My haircut?
Yeah, about you not getting haircuts.
What?
Oh, he's not. Okay, never mind. Remember you called me? Hey, bro.
Yes. All right, so I call up Canada. I was like, because I like to get haircuts. That's my thing. I like to get my beard done, my hair done. It's just I like getting pampered that way. I like the feeling after haircut. Judge me if you want.
No, not at all. I'm right there with you.
But for some reason, I get more looks when I don't get haircuts from females than I do when I get haircuts. Like it's just weird. It's the complete opposite. Like I get haircuts, to make me feel good, but also for people to, I like to look good.
So he called me to tell me this while he's flexing at Walmart. So I don't know like what
I wasn't flexing at Walmart.
Bro, how come what the fuck? I don't get a haircut. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I just happen to be at Walmart, bro. But yeah.
So when you don't get a haircut, you get more women looking at you.
Exactly.
More interest signals. But when you do get the haircut, you get less.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Or they're just not around. Like I'll just see like not so good looking individuals.
But I think it's a confidence thing.
I was just gonna. You just took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Because you feel it's comfortability. Like you look like you're comfortable with yourself. People see
Yeah.
that as like, oh, he's working hard, or he doesn't have the time to do it. You don't look dirty. You're not a dirty person, so you don't look dirty. You just look like you've been having a week.
Literally
Hey,
a week.
I'll say this: Tone showers every day.
Thanks, dude. Thanks for
And you know this because
I watched him shower.
There we
What
go.
answer did you want?
you can't. Hey, there you go. It's
Yeah.
like I thought I could maybe try to get you one up.
Hey, you
when-
need help?
It's like,
Yeah. Sorry, we ran out of back scrubbers. I got you though.
yeah, I got you the loofah.
All right, before this episode gets out of hand, let's
It's
start
turned
with
into
our...
bad thoughts real quick. That was
I
crazy.
know, all right. First, I do
fucking-
want to say hi to Kevin Davis, Kiki and Luca,
Mike.
Kaylee with an extra E.
2 E's.
Who else? Michael Webber, of course. The Candy.
Yeah, he's all right.
I don't know who the Candy Camper is, but Kevin Davis commented his top 5. He goes Toy Story top 5. Yeah, Toy Story 2, Finding Nemo, The Incredibles, Monster Inc., Elemental. I gotta watch that, man.
That's a good movie, Tones. I think you'll like it. I was really surprised. But I didn't watch it in theaters, and we were doing like a Story Geeks with Jay, and I'm like about that movie, and so like the night before I watched it, and I was really surprised how much I loved it. What did he say? Oh, Kiki and Luca. So I remember he was on my channel talking about his colonoscopy. It was actually the day before the colonoscopy. I'm glad you had it done. I had mine done last May, and I was nervous as hell. And then after I had it done, I was like, why was I nervous? It was super easy, but it's good to get that checked, So I'm glad you got it, brother.
Hey, you didn't have to pay $2,000 this time.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly. Elemental was surprisingly good. It was really good.
All right. Well, can I go first?
Yes, we will start. We will start with Candid. First, do your honorable mention. I know you had trouble doing 5, but do an honorable mention first.
Which means you have to have 6.
Yes.
So I'm gonna give you 4 then. I'm gonna give you my number 5.
All right, never mind. We'll start at 5, and then we'll do our.
Okay.
We'll do 2.
Honorable mention is gonna be Lava. If I can do that, I know it's not a movie, but Lava is one of their short films that they made with the whatever those things are, volcanoes. Yeah, it was really cute and kind of sad at the same time, and then really cute again. So that's my honorable mention. I thought that was good. Their shorts are pretty damn good too. That Bowel one is pretty sad. They're all fucking sad if you like, kind of fucked up shit. Thank you for that. But my number 5, which I think should be a little higher on my list, but I got other things on there. Monsters University.
Oh,
really?
I loved it. Yeah, I thought it was so good. I was pissed off when I heard that it wasn't going to be Monsters Inc. 2, and then I watched it. I'm like, dude, this is fucking great. I love it.
It was.
Background. Yeah,
it was cute. It was really cute. I like that one too.
It's easy to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, those 2 are just amazing, dude. The Sully and what's his name?
Mike
Wazowski. Yeah. I mean, I love those guys.
And the funny thing about Pixar too is like how they name, like with Monsters Inc., how like all the characters are like these crazy monsters, but they got like regular names like Frank and Bob.
Exactly. Love it.
Italiano.
Oh yeah. We'll go girly nerd.
That's what
we'll go girly nerd.
It's going based off of what the people want.
All right, let's do it. Sorry, George, you can go next.
After her.
Right. So my honorable mentions. Well, I kept writing too many. So it's like between 3. It's between, and then I'll say which one it actually is. So it was between Wall-E, Elemental, and The Incredibles 2, because I like them all kind of evenly. But if I had to pick one, I was gonna go with Incredibles 2.
Gotcha.
Okay,
that's a good one.
And I just watched it just the other day. I was watching a couple that I hadn't seen before, and I'm like, well, none of those will probably, get into my top 5 or anything, but it came awfully close.
Yeah.
I liked it more than the first one, even though I haven't seen the first one in a long time. But it reminded me, it was sort of like if Mission Impossible was like a family comedy.
Okay.
It would be The Incredibles 2. So that's why I liked it. I love the Mission Impossible movies. Those are like so incredible. So this was just fun and cute, and I was laughing a lot, and I just really loved it. And I loved all the stuff with the baby. That's a very
Yeah.
common theme in all my favorite things, stuff with kids. I'm realizing. I told you guys about my maternal instincts. So anything with cute little babies or little kids doing things, I'm just like, oh, that's cute. That's cute. I like that. So
Well, Marion, no, that's a great one. And that's the cool thing about The Incredibles too. I wish they would tap into that more because Disney's real into sequels and stuff, right? The
I would love for them to
Incredibles.
do another one. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's the franchise you do sequels because then you can even have spin-off movies with like different superheroes and stuff.
Yeah.
You can have a whole like superhero Incredibles universe, I mean, there's so much you can do
Frozone?
with it.
Come on.
Frozone, a Frozone
Yeah.
standalone.
Great.
I would love that.
Yeah, it's called Snakes on a Plane.
There you go.
Oh man! All right, George.
So,
Letters up.
alrighty. So, yeah, that was perfect. Sorry. So my honorable mention is Elemental.
Mhm.
I found that for several years Pixar has been kind of like waning on its quality of films. Don't get me wrong, I did enjoy Luca. Soul was pretty good. I don't talk about Turning Red. Um, and when Elemental came out, I went to go see it opening weekend, and it wasn't the over the top best Pixar film, but I thought it was decent. It felt like they were kind of getting back into their motion, and I just love the story between Ember and Wade, and how it basically kind of gave off this Romeo and Juliet kind of vibe, like two star-crossed lovers that shouldn't be together. Society says they shouldn't be together,
Right.
but they still find a way to come together. So that's my honorable mention is Elemental. My number 5 is actually The Incredibles, the
Nice.
original. And what I loved with The Incredibles at the time was Pixar was in a fear of repeating themselves, of constantly doing the same thing. So John Lasseter brought in his good friend Brad Bird, from Caltech, when they were going at the time. So he brought his team in from the Iron Giant, and they kind of teamed up with the Pixar animators, and he already had the story set up. He was going to actually do that in 2D animation, Brad Bird, but John actually encouraged him to say, no, I think this would be really good as a computer animated film. But what kind of sets this apart from any other Pixar movie for me at the time was, you have the whole notion of the superheroes, you have the comedy, but when you intermix that with the notion of family,
Yeah.
so it's like it's almost like you have that typical all-American family, but they just happen to be superheroes.
Right.
And one of my favorite scenes is actually closer to the end of the movie, where they're driving in the RV and they're trying to get to the location where Syndrome is, and Elastigirl and Mr. Incredible are kind of going back and forth of what exit to take. And he's saying, that'll take me downtown. No, you got to take this exit. You're going to miss it. So it's like, even though that they're superheroes, they still have that typical husband and wife.
Did they have to pay Did they have to pay any toll roads on that one, George?
They might have. I'm not sure. If they took the wrong exit, they probably did.
Probably.
You said it really well, by the way. Sorry, George, just cut you off. But saying that they're family first and then superhero second, you never see that in anything. It's always flipped around. So exactly. I just wanted to shout out to you because that was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So that's my number 5 is The Incredibles.
Awesome.
Real quick, did Nerdy Girl? Did you say your number 5 or just
No,
your honorable? Let's hear your number 5.
Oh, geez, I'm so sorry.
It was Tone's fault, actually.
That's okay.
Let's hear your number 5. Sorry,
My
OG.
number 5 is Luca.
Oh,
okay.
Nice.
Excellent.
I love Luca. Well, of course, I love it for several reasons. One, my nephew's name is Luca. So of course I'm like, well, I'm gonna like this movie. I told him, like, Luca, there's a movie named after you. He's like, really? And I'm we're Italian, so I'm gonna be drawn to the story, but yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be drawn to the Italian story, and it was like the male version of the Little Mermaid, kind of,
True.
and it was just I love the animation. It was so beautiful the way they animated Italy, and it was really funny. And I love the part when they're eating the pesto and they keep getting drenched with water and keep having to hide. And it just was such a sweet, story about friendship, and I'm always going, oh, Silencio Bruno, all the time. So because
Cute
I
movie.
understand that, that fear a little too much, but I thought it was just really, really sweet and funny, and yeah, of course I'm gonna like the Italian movie.
Did they have any Parmigiani in that movie, Marianne?
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
gonna teach you about that all the time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a great pick. That's a great movie. Luca is a fantastic film.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Underrated.
it's gotten absolutely underrated. Yeah, it's gotten overlooked because it was in that
Pandy.
COVID era. But it was,
And the animation. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Marianne.
Did it come out during the pandemic? I don't remember.
It did. They dropped
did.
two. It was Luca and what was the other one that came out like right after it? And it
like
wasn't-
Onward, I think, or something. Was that
Was
that
it?
one?
Onward came
was
out
it
literally
Soul?
right before. Literally, I think it was like a week before everything shut down.
Oh,
And I think it was
Oh.
Luca. Was it Soul?
And Soul. Was it Soul? Yeah,
Okay.
Soul I think was at the end of so the ones that they're re-releasing in the theaters were
Oh,
the ones
Kiki and
that
Luca also said Turning Red.
Turn red.
Yeah,
I
I said
tried to
I can't talk
I
about
fucking
that.
hate it.
I
Sorry.
watched 5 minutes of it, and I'm like, does it get
It was
better? I turned it off. I
And
was
it was
so
like-
irritated.
And it was just oh God.
It was too hyperactive. Like I wanted, like, the first like 30 minutes, I just wanted it to slow down. Like I was like getting like, what the heck is going on? Like, yeah, yeah, right.
What am I doing?
What am I doing here? Yeah,
I
exactly.
was very disappointed. I was very disappointed because I'm like, I wanted it to be something I could relate to, like my middle school experience as a girl. Certainly not at all.
And they
Yeah.
really hyped it up too. Like they were trying to push this thing hard, especially like in the parks and everything online. And I mean, they give it a high rating. People liked it. I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't care for it.
But really quick, back to Luca, really quick. Yeah, I agree. I love the animation style of Luca.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
different. It's very set apart, but it does give that Italy kind of Italian kind of vibe to it. And it almost kind of reminds me of a little bit of the animation that they used for the short La Luna.
Very much so, and kind of a little bit of Calvin and Hobbes for some reason. I don't know why. I kind of
Yeah, a little bit.
see a little bit there too. Yeah,
The color palette was also really different to compared to a lot of different things. It was more soft, which was really nice.
yeah,
It wasn't just like these straight like primary colors.
yeah. Good movie. Really good movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh gee.
Okay, so my my honorable mention is probably going to get everyone to disagree with me, but this is just how I feel. I've never been a fan, and it's actually my honorable mention is actually a franchise. I've never really been a big Toy Story person. I don't know what it is about it, but I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's good storytelling. I'm not going to say it's not. Just for me personally, it never really resonated with me. So I respect the franchise for what it did and what it started with CGI films and all that stuff. Just not for me, but I'll give it an honorable mention. So the whole Toy Story franchise is an honorable mention for me. Candid, you agree with me? Interesting. Okay.
I agree with you too. And
They're fucking boring.
for me,
I'm sorry.
no. Here's
boring.
here's the thing with me with Toy Story, because a lot of people,
Disagree.
when I say like what my top 5 is, a lot of people ask me and say, how come none of the Toy Story movies are in there? I'm very surprised. For me, I put kind of Toy Story kind of in their own category, even though obviously they're still part of Pixar,
Right.
but it feels like as like a whole, a set, I feel like that they've utilized that franchise and characters so many times, so much, that it's so hard to put it with all these other original Pixar films. Because for me, out of all of them, Toy Story 2 was the best one out of all of them, bar none. I think a lot of people would agree with me. Toy Story 4 was absolutely atrocious. I don't even know why you even got number 4. I think we're getting number 5 because of number 4. They
To
have
fix
to kind
number
of
4.
to
To
fix
fix
number
the
4.
ending.
Yeah.
What's the one with the dolls in the
That's number 4.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
so
But
my
they're like Flappy dolls. I'm sorry, OG.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. Oh yeah, no, yeah. Toy Story for the whole franchise is my honorable mention, but like number 5 for me is actually gonna be Wall-E. I love that movie, and really like the first, I don't know how long, maybe the first 20 minutes, half an hour of that movie. There's no dialogue, but I was like totally into the story, even though there was no talking involved. It's a beautiful story. And also, it's one of these stories too where it has a message, right? It actually kind of has a little bit of a, dare I say, woke message with the green, conservation thing, but it's done in a way that isn't like, it feels organic. It feels very similar to how I feel about Elemental. Elemental has a great message, but it doesn't beat you over the head with it. It's very organic and it really works. Wall-E's the same thing. The messaging in that movie works really, really well. So I love that movie. I love the character. I'm a big droid guy. Like I'm in love with like R2-D2. I love all these little droids. Wall-E's up there for me. So yeah, that's my number 5. Great movie. There he is. That's the man right there. There he is.
I love Wally. Yeah.
He's great.
So
He's great.
close. Yeah, so close to my.
Yeah, I'm sure Wally's going to be in all of. It has to be in most of our lists, but we'll see. We'll see. I love Wally. Oh, my turn. So my honorable mentions. There's a couple, just like Marianne had a couple. I wanted to go. Cars was one of my honorable mentions. The first one was good. I watched it years ago, so it's kind of hard to remember most of it, but it was just fun to watch. Cars talking and the whole like the mechanics were talking, but their cars. It was fun to watch. But A Bug's Life as well. That's my other honorable mention. Bug's Life was fun. I was like 7-8 years old when it came out or whatever it was. It was fun to watch. It was very fun to watch, especially as a kid. You kind of see how ants work and all that stuff.
Speaking of ants with a Z, what?
Don't even get me started on that one.
But yeah, it came out in 98. Can you believe that?
Yeah, 1998. I think was it Thanksgiving weekend, 1998, I believe, because I actually remember going to see that in theaters.
Yeah, such a fun movie for sure. But my number 5 was actually Up.
Oh,
And, yeah, I thought Up was the only animated movie that's ever made me like tear up. It was a cute movie. It was fun to watch. One of my best friends, his name is Victor. His sister-in-law, when I would go over his house, would always call me Up because I was this chubby little kid running around their house. So she would always call me the kid from Up. I forgot his name. Russell. She would always call me Russell all this fucking time. I'm like, because she didn't speak English very well, so I asked Victor. I was like, she knows my name's not Russell, right? She's like, yes, she knows that your name's not Russell. She just calls you that because of Up. I was like, oh, okay.
that's great.
It was a cute movie, man. I mean, you don't have a heart if you didn't like tear up a little bit for that movie.
100%, Tones. And that's I like that movie kind of similar to why I liked Wall-E, was that the storytelling in the beginning of Up, again, there's no dialogue. It's just like, it's like 15 minutes or so, 10 minutes or so of their relationship. And just that little bit with the music and the visuals, like you said, will make you tear up. It's so emotional. It's powerful stuff. So yeah, it really is this like a nod to like the people at PIXAR, Pete Docter and all of them. I mean, it's incredible what they've accomplished. And what a weird concept too, right? This kid goes on this adventure with an old man in a house that's being carried by a bunch of balloons.
See, but that's where I feel like storytelling was at its prime. Rather than kind of create this intricate kind of story of saying, okay, stuff has to make sense. It's like, in a way, when you're doing an animated film, no, nothing has to make sense. It's like, yeah, if you really look at it, just a synopsis of the movie. Yeah. A little boy travels with an old guy to South America in his house. that travels with thousands of balloons carrying it, and they meet up with a giant exotic bird and a dog that talks remotely. It's like, if you really think of that, it shouldn't work, but it works.
It
Have you seen
works.
Dug Days?
No. How was
Dude,
that?
they're so good. They're
Yeah,
shorts.
I've watched them.
They're so good. Yeah, they're great.
Which I have to say to that, because I'm so glad that they were able to get Ed Asner to reprise his role as Carl before his passing. So I'm so glad that they were able to get that in.
How much do you think they offered? I think I might ask you guys before, but how much do you think they offered Carl to buy that lot from him?
Oh, that's a good question.
That guy came a couple times and he had some big checks.
Yeah.
I mean, and you're just gonna fly off in the house anyways. I mean,
yeah,
might as well just throw it out there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What's up, maybe?
Maybe.
What up? Cool. I'll go up again. This was a tough one for me because I kind of keep switching them around, like these two, but I'm also gonna go with Up too.
Okay.
And that was tough because Up could have been number 3, but I think there's number 3 I'll go over later. Up to me was one of those stories where it's relatable, not to me, but in life it can be definitely relatable, and it's sad because you don't want to think that far into the future of things, but it really brings you to reality, and being able to grasp you through a cartoon or through an animated series, it just really did its job, and the adventure part of it too, which is great because it wasn't trying to like just kill you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, well, here, this sucks, but let's go on an adventure to try to make it better and to really open up your mind of these things can happen, but there's always ways to fulfill someone's dreams. And that movie did a great job at it. And it's fucking awesome. Doug's a great character.
That movie really is that meme. That movie really is that meme about like the friends we made along the way. It really kind of is that, right?
And by the way, Russell's parents.
What are you doing?
Yeah, come on.
What
Dude.
are you
This is a Pokemon. You just send him off at 11. Like, what are you doing? Come on.
Oh shit! I was gonna say that, but I was like, fuck it. But yeah, like you're just letting your kid in a fucking floating house
The old
with
dude.
an old man. Like, come on.
And you got a dog and candy though. And
Yeah, I
balloons.
know, right? Oh, it's funny.
Oh jeez.
But yeah, so you got for your number 4 is Up.
We're going
great.
Up. Yeah.
I mean, just a great movie, man.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Marianne, we'll go back to you. Your number 4, please.
Is Coco.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, real quick. I know I'm terrible. I'm a terrible person, but I have not seen Up, or not Up. I have not
Aren't
seen.
you
Coco.
like Latin?
Oh, you have to see Coco.
Yes.
You never
Yes.
seen Coco?
I'm the worst Latino you ever meet.
Get out.
It's like
Get
all
out.
of us not
I didn't
watching.
see it. Yeah, I didn't see it for a long time actually because everyone said how much you cry at the end, and it doesn't take much at all for me to cry watching something. I'm the softest touch in the world, and of course I did cry at the end. But I'm so glad I finally watched it. I mean, what a gorgeous movie, fake listen. Well, you know, so
True.
my cousin Jacob's wife, she is from Mexico, and then I have other family. My uncle married a woman from she's not from Mexico, but she's Mexican. But specifically, my cousin's wife said how beautiful and authentic that movie was, and she just said it represented her culture so perfectly. And I'm like, well, that's really nice to know. You know, someone who would actually know that. I loved it anyway, but it's nice to know it has that authenticity, and it was just so colorful, and I just loved everything about it. I liked learning more about the culture, you know, because I didn't know that much about what's it called, Dia de los Muertos, and I love the I don't remember what it's called, the table where they put all the offerings for all the relatives. Yeah. That's just such a sweet idea. I mean, I kind of wish we did that.
You know, it's funny
It's
you
beautiful.
saying that. I remember going to Disneyland, and there was not necessarily a room, but what? Why you shaking your head?
Oh, because I was gonna jump into that too and just tell everybody how fucking stupid Disney is and how much like opportunities they have in Disney or California Adventure.
Well, real
Yeah.
quick
ahead,
before we
Thomas.
get before we
go
get into
ahead.
that, because I'm going the complete opposite. I thought
Okay.
what was
We're not.
cool
This is
when
Bad Thought Studios.
you weren't here, or you weren't there when I went the second time with your brother, but we went to the like the Coco like I don't know, is it Coco Land or what's the
Like
what's the,
section.
It's not a Coco
No,
Land.
we need a Coco Land. That's the
Wait,
problem.
George,
Yeah.
we'll get there. We'll get there. He's
okay,
not
well,
going that
yes,
route.
we'll get there. Anyway, the little section, it had, you were able to like sign your sign a piece of paper of like your loved ones that passed, or
Oh,
and
that's nice.
Yeah.
and you can hang it up, and I think it was like a little string you can hang it up. It was it was awesome. And so you saying that it was the same thing there at Disneyland, where you were able to like sign your
Oh,
loved
that's
ones
really
who passed on. And I got to sign one for my grandma who passed a couple years ago, and it was awesome. It was so fun to do.
Aw.
I did that too, Tones. I love that. That was part of the I forgot what time of year that was. It was the Mi Familia.
It's during,
It was-
it's during October.
November or
Yes.
October? Yeah.
I went.
Yeah.
I went. It's weird. I always mention this, but the 2 times that I went to Disneyland were like a couple weeks before Halloween. So
Oh,
it was
nice.
around. It was
Wasn't
around
my
that
favorite
time
time.
because we seen the parade, the Coco parade they had there. They had music. It was pretty dope.
So
But I'm sorry.
George,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
George, let's have this fucking conversation.
Let's do this.
Because
You
what
opened
the
up that can of worms.
What
Let's
are they
do this.
doing? That whole back part, you have that big ass restaurant that no one eats at. The Mediterranean shit. You have all the stuff there. Just fucking give me something.
I don't understand why we don't already have it. Like, I mean, they obviously, when they did the Familia event type of thing, or festival, whatever it's called, and they even did the little the Coco show where they brought out the marionettes with the mariachi bands and everything. Wow. It's like, and especially just with the world of Coco. Yeah, like literally. Yeah, it is. You talk about Disney California Adventure, they're trying to find IP that fits into the California theme.
It's perfect. And that's what we talked about, George, on our channel. Like they're like, that whole symbol lot where they got like 25, 30 acres. Give us like a Latin area. Like you can do like Coco, Encanto, and Three Caballeros, and do like almost like a Fancy Springs thing, but like Latin. You know what I'm saying? That would do so well out here in California. And it actually fits the California Adventure theme.
What's there at the moment?
Well, not right now, it's a parking lot. Simba is a parking lot, but Disney got authorized by the city. They got like rezoned. So now they can actually put expansion, theme park expansion on that lot. And it's like 25 or 30 acres.
See, but for me, which that's probably the route that they're going to go. But what I would do is save that land for something else that they can utilize. I would just use Coco that's already interwoven into the theme park itself.
Oh, I would literally, you were going to go the Italian way. I thought you were going to say, "Oh, put Italian stuff there."
Luca Land.
But literally the Paradise Gardens, like just turn all of that into Coco. And I'm sorry, I'm probably going to be in the minority of this, and I know OG is probably going to cringe when I say this because he has heard me say this before. I love the Little Mermaid ride. I do. I really do. But it does not belong. It does not belong in that area. I'm sorry. I would turn that into a nice Coco dark ride because it's like a full 360 off the pier. One of OG's favorite lands anyway. He loves the PIXAR.
Oh yeah.
Hey George. As long as they do not touch Goofy's Sky School, I don't give a fuck what they do.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, when we go to Disneyland, it is a must. I have to ride it with you both because that
remind me to send my will. Remind me to like write my will before I fucking get on that.
There is no diets we can go on to not die.
You never been on it?
No, I never been on it. I'm kind of scared too.
Oh,
hold it real quick, Marianne. I don't know if you heard this story, but I'm a bigger guy. Candid is a taller guy. He has a little belly on him, but his brother is a bigger guy. His dad is a bigger guy. It was us 4 fucking heifers on this little ass fucking. Oh my god! It was It was so fucking scary. It was. I hated roller
Dude,
coasters.
well, you're gonna hate
Over-
it. You're
over
gonna
and
hate
out.
it one more time because, as I said, when we go, you have to ride it because I have to experience it with the two of you,
Oh my god!
and we gotta do the Goofy Sky School challenge.
You heard
What is-
you heard the fucking cart come off the track and then go back on, dude. Like, this thing
This is why
was-
I'm scared to go on it.
it was so bad, dude.
Dude, I will record that shit. I swear to God, I have to go on it with you guys, even if it's just one time. I just have to
Oh,
have that
man.
experience.
And then
Just
Whoever
be
I go
careful.
on, I need permission to like bury my head in their shoulder or something because that's how it's gonna be.
If you're
I'll say
if you're
sit
riding with
next
me,
to
and my
us.
yeah, ours will
You
probably
got
be in
to
your
ask.
shoulder.
I can't look. I can't look.
Fuck, that thing
You'll
was.
probably be gone by the time you're off the
I
ride.
think-
It'll suck you in.
The one ride I will not go back on is the
Mission Breakout.
yes, Mission Breakout, Guardians of the
Oh, no.
Galaxy.
Oh man,
that's-
bro,
that's-
come on, you're killing me, Smalls.
That's the one I probably won't go back on. But if I were to choose between that or fucking Goofy's Flight School, I'm choosing Mission Breakout. No
Okay,
question.
wait. Okay, I know we're diving like way off the deep end here, but Candid, I have to ask you something.
Yeah.
If they were to keep Goofy Sky School, but change it to Pixar, what would you change it to where it would actually make sense?
Planes.
Planes?
Planes.
A
That's not
parking
Pixar,
lot.
is it? Is that
Is
Pixar?
Planes Pixar or was that
No,
that,
that was-
that came off of Disney Toons.
Yeah, Disney Toon
Oh,
Studios.
okay.
Yeah, but it was like a Pixar knockoff.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Couldn't
Because
be
it was-
the,
They said in the
it
world
could
of
be the
cars.
dogs from Up, right?
They
Could it be the
do
dogs
something.
from Up flying planes or something? I don't know.
They could do
Ooh.
something with that.
That'd be cute. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
'Cause it would have to be Pixar, so 'cause that would be continuation of
Right.
Pixar.
Yeah. Now,
Give
a
me
little
bit on that.
a little context. George said that I cringed with the Little Mermaid thing. I love Coco, but I love the Little Mermaid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
me too.
I just want that ride to stay.
Right,
Or
right.
I don't
Yeah.
want to lose that ride.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, I swear, like, as I said, I love that ride. It doesn't belong in the place that it's at. I get it why they put it there at the time, because you had the
Yeah.
jumping jellyfish,
Right.
you had Ariel's
we want to talk about
grotto.
that ride, right, George? The jumping jellyfish. We want to talk about that one.
That was another dude. I swear, honestly, we were walking in DCA, and OG was just like, we got to do a ride. He said, let's just do a ride, because we were walking around a little bit. It was during I think it was still during the food and wine.
Food and wine, yeah.
So,
I had a
and
couple drinks in me already.
He had a couple.
so-
Yeah, he was like, we got to do Goofy Sky School, or we're going to do Jumpin' Jellyfish. And we said, you know what? Let's just do Jumpin' Jellyfish. And oh my gosh, it was. I guess it just like, because we were facing towards the pier, so the water for World of Color was in front of us. So it was how it like kind of projected us upward, and like OG literally gripped the bars,
Yeah,
and he
dude.
went, "Oh man," he said, "this was a bad idea."
I seriously, I did not feel safe in that thing. That thing, it was like flimsy
it,
as
it
hell.
cradles you like it's like a half diaper, it's like
Yeah, man.
There's nothing to it. Yeah, you feel like you're gonna fall out of it.
Totally, you do. Yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
didn't like it.
I got it, George.
oh, you got it.
Yeah, it's horrible, but it can work
Okay.
because it's what it is. If you look deeper into it, anyways, Ratatouille, because they actually make rat cars for it, because this is a
Mouse
type of ride.
coaster.
Yeah, so you could technically do that, theme it a little bit, call it a day.
There you go.
Joe Rody, call this guy.
Yeah.
Hey, you know that shitty ass ride you have in
Yeah.
the corner? I got an idea for you.
Yeah.
Shittier with.
and honestly, what I would do with the silly symphony swings, again, I know it's kind of lame, because the movie deserves something so much better than swings, but I would kind of retheme it to Up, have the mechanics
be cool.
kind of resemble the balloons in the house, but the seats that you're sitting in are designed to look like wilderness packs.
Oh, that's cool.
What happened to that James and the Giant Peach thing that used to be out there? What was that called?
Oh, the orange stinger.
Yeah, there you go.
The
That's
James and the Giant Peach thing. That's good.
the James and Giant Peach. No one talks about that. That's some crazy
true.
animation for the time.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Play
That
me.
wasn't
So who are we at now?
Mary-
number four.
Marianne
Number
said
four.
Coco, right?
Yeah, she said. Yeah, she said. That's your number 4, Marianne. Coco.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so now, then I guess we're on me.
Yeah.
Okay, so my number 4 is Wally.
Oh.
Is my number 4. That movie for me is so unique. I don't think you can get away with doing a movie like that ever again. That again, as everyone had pointed out, there's very little dialogue. It's basically a Charlie Chaplin film with robots, so to speak. It's like a lot of.
That's a great way to put it, George. Great way to put it.
Yeah, and honestly, I love Charlie Chaplin. I love his work and everything. But yeah, it's a lot of just basically with the movement of Wally and the kind of the expression and the sincerity in his eyes that you kind of have to interpret of like what he's feeling or what he's going through at the moment. He's a very curious robot that adapted a personality from not being, doing just his normal job, and he's the only robot there. So he finds things to preoccupy himself with. So and then meeting up with Eve, finding that connection and what have you. And then OG, as you said, upon like the green base kind of like message in the movie, which actually I have to say, there are some points of that, and it's going to be probably a controversial statement, but do you think I care? No, I don't. That honestly, you really go back. The movie came out in 2008, but if you go back and watch that movie, the aspects of how humans just let robotics and technology do stuff for them, and how the humankind just became so lazy at it, which I'm guilty of it too. We all do it. It's just part of the world. It's part of society. But it's just so funny how something that didn't happen, basically it was shown to us through this animated film that we're actually going through right now.
Yeah, well, it's George and I to a T, right? Like, we'll pay an extra $10 for DoorDash. I don't want to go out. I'll DoorDash it.
I'll DoorDash it. Yeah,
yeah. Exactly.
Literally, we do it every single time. We're like 20 minutes out of like finishing up a show, and we're just pressing the buttons on our phone, just ordering DoorDash.
All those DoorDash fees add up. You could probably buy a Morton Steakhouse meal with all the by the end of the week, But it's the convenience factor makes up for it all. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah. So my number 4 is Wally.
Sorry, can I say something?
Nice.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wally was so close to being, in my honorable mention or top 5, and because I love that movie. I am a big nature person, tree hugger kind of person. So I love things with environmental themes. That's why I love that movie. That's why I love Bambi. That's why I love Pocahontas. So
nice.
Speaking of, because I'm packing, I wanted to show you guys this that I found that I bought when Pocahontas came out. It's this journal.
Oh
wow.
And I'm so nerdy that I literally wrote when I bought it. It says Disneyland Hotel, July 16th, 1995.
Wow.
That's great because my mom is a stickler for dating everything. Anything that she can get her hands on, like if it's a birthday card, if it's something that we bought a long time ago and it's to commemorate, she will write down the year, the date, the month, everything. Sometimes she would even write the time.
Wow.
Depending on if it's something very special.
Yeah, I mean that's cool though, because when you look back, like what Marianne just did, when you look back, it's wow, okay, the day and all that. That's really special. Yeah. I like that.
That's a great idea. Real quick, OG, I'm gonna go next just because Wally is my number 4 as well. All the things you guys said about Wally is exactly what I was gonna say. It's just a cool story. The non-dialogue in that movie, and you still are intrigued on what's coming or what's next is so it's what's missing in a lot of shows and movies today. Everything has to be dialogue, everything has to be said out loud for you to get something, which is kind of unfortunate to me. I like those movies where you could see what's going on and you're in your head, you're guessing what's coming next, and you could be wrong, you could be right. That's the fun of it. But in this movie, it's there's a polluted world, and Wally tries to find his way and adapt in in his environment, and he meets Eve, and it's a beautiful story. It's so fun to watch. It's awesome.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's my number 4.
Absolutely.
But OG, what's your number 4?
My number 4, I got to go Finding Nemo. I love Finding Nemo. There's just so much love in that family. It's just such a beautiful movie. No, it really is. I love it. The father-son thing, it's absolutely beautiful. And
that movie gives me a headache.
Does it? You don't like? Oh wait, dude, you don't like Finding Nemo?
No. The story is fine. What happened was I went to go see it in theaters at an IMAX, and I don't know if it was like the blue. Like,
okay.
I don't know if it was like the ocean blue, like staring at it for like how long on a big IMAX screen. When I walked out of the theater, like, man, I had almost like the worst migraine.
Wow, that's interesting. The only time I ever had that with a Pixar movie, I will say, was, and I love this movie too, Marianne. I completely agree with you. But Incredibles 2. With that weird
the flashing, yeah. Well, actually, there was actually people that were in the theaters, I think, at times, and someone had a seizure or something, and they had to put a disclaimer for anyone who was purchasing a ticket at the time with the Incredibles 2 that there are certain flashing moments that could affect epilepsy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that scene, actually, I don't have any of that, but like I was kind of like sick.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know what it was like. I mean, as I said, I love the movie.
Yeah, me too.
I watch it to this very day, but just for some reason, when I went to go see it in theaters, as I said, it was IMAX. I don't know. I guess it was just the color.
Hey, Candid, you said I can get it. You gotta show me your feet first, bro.
I got some nice feet though.
Do you?
Yeah, I got nice.
Fuck no.
Let's
Really?
see.
He said, "Let's see."
I'm gonna pull my feet right now. I have. Don't even fucking lie. Do I got Voldemort feet?
Damn it, you could.
No, I don't.
You can catch a fish going upstream with your toes, dude.
He can slice Parmesan with his toenails.
Of course, you would say Parmesan because you can't even stand that shit.
I don't like Parmesan.
I have nice man feet. He wants a.
I don't.
He's a fucking fake Italiano.
I'm a fake Italian.
You have to give your Italian card back.
The guy comes around. No, and they're like,
hey, but actually, as I said, I'm this, like, I don't even know why we're even getting on this subject matter,
Oh,
but
we know why.
But you know why, but it's like, but no, but
ask
honestly,
about him, dude. I'll tell you.
no, honestly, I'm like the same, like, because I'm like very, not that I'm like, I'm trying to think of the word, like, I'm not like bougie in that sense, but it's like I like to look good. As Tones like to say, I like to look good. I like to feel good. There's times I take myself, I go, I get like the, I get my nails done and everything. I do.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, George. Don't let anyone say different, bro.
Oh yeah, no. As I said, because for me, that, like, I mean, I know you guys know because I had this story before, but I like certain things, but it's like, so if I like to, if I know that I have to like something, it's like I want to be able that if someone were to look at me, it's like I want to look good for them to say, you know what, yeah, that looks good too. Yeah.
George has like a little mini like iron straightener. And he straightens each hair.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, that's great, George.
By the way, Marianne, when we have our conversations, we literally go. This is what happens. We go from talking Pixar to talk about George's chest hair. This is what happens.
If I were me, I could use the laugh. Seriously.
All right, good.
It's good. Laughs are good for you, and George does have some nice ass chest hairs. So
He does. He does, and he moisturizes. We know this.
Well,
And that's why I always say, in the words of Gaston, and every last inch of me's covered with hair.
That's
We
true.
almost got a show just now.
I know, dude. Should we put a rated R caption on this? Or
You could put it with Deadpool.
I'm for sure getting demonetized on this one. It's bad thoughts, baby.
Yes.
Just so thoughts.
Bad thoughts.
I love it.
I love it.
Oh, man.
All right.
Oh, Jesus
yeah.
God. Oh, man. Oh, Lord.
Don't ask him. You know he'll answer.
Okay, well, we'll save that question for a different day, but we'll go to
Wait, what
we'll go to
day?
number 3.
I don't have any.
I'm surprised.
Oh man.
No, it's because when he shaves his beard, he shaves the rest. So when his beard shaved, everything else is shaved.
Oh shit.
All right, Candid, fuck number 3. Go to number 3. I don't want to talk about George's fucking pubes, dude.
I didn't bring it up. Kiki and Luca did.
I know. Number 3. All right, go. Candid. Start us off.
We're going with Coco. Yeah. So
Yes.
Coco and Up were the ones that I kind of flipped back and forth on, because Up, like I said, it's just really good. It's an iconic Pixar movie. But Coco, I mean, she said it the best. It's just visually stunning. There, like, if you have a really nice TV or just anything with that, you can just make those colors pop. It is gorgeous, and the storyline is perfect for people that are Latin. I've heard the same thing too, that it really does follow the culture, and they've done a great job. The story is just amazing, and it doesn't let up. There's always more and more and more and more, and it just keeps you really intrigued, and it's very
Absolutely.
cohesive. So great movie.
Well said, Candid. And that's actually my number 3 too, just to put it out there. Coco. Beautiful movie. Like he said, the music, the colors, how accurate it is, like he was saying, with the culture. I've been advocating for the longest time, put Coco in DCA, permanently in DCA.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
One thing too is they don't overdo the music. Like some of these newer Disney shows or and Pixar stuff, they're just overdoing the music. Like, I want to watch the fucking show, man. I don't want to hear you sing about bullshit. Just saying.
Oh, man.
Everyone's quiet. Did I say something wrong? What did I do?
Oh man.
You be
Someone
you,
save
bro,
me.
that's all.
Save me.
But I that's next on my list is Coco. Then I need to watch it. Elemental, and is it Elementals?
Elemental.
Yeah, I think you'll like that one, Tones. That's a really isn't it great, Marianne?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's like it's an immigrant story, and it's also like I guess you would say like interracial relationship story, but it's just it's beautiful. The messaging and everything's perfect.
The part where they think they can't touch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, that's so sweet and romantic.
Can I touch on this real quick on the Encanto thing? Yes, Coco over Encanto, and I didn't want to go there. You just went there, and that's the movie I was talking about where they oversang, and the storyline is just the most basic.
Does anybody is there, other than we don't talk about Bruno, does anybody else remember any of the other songs?
Yeah, I do, because my fucking kids love that shit, and it's annoying, and it's not good. And then the chick that plays whatever it is, I can't remember. Her voice annoys me too. I hate
sweet baby Jesus.
But it is a gorgeous film. I will give them that. That is gorgeous. The colors are amazing. I'm visually I like visually stunning.
Well, you're definitely going to have to take the kids back down to Walt Disney World when they open Encanto at
which I think
Kingdom.
I actually am happy to have Encanto land. I think it's going to be great, and I think it's going to be awesome. I just think that they just over sing in that.
Oh, I agree. Honestly,
and it's a weak story.
It's an okay story. The animation's beautiful. That's really all I can really say about the movie, to be honest with you. That the animation was beautiful. The storyline was a bit lackluster. The characters were subpar. I do love Maribel's kind of arc.
She's relatable to a lot of people. Like,
yes,
yes.
She's a cutie. She's a cutie. I like her. I like her character a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
And she's not that typical. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Marianne.
I said I wasn't really big on the music. I didn't really like it.
No, I wasn't either. And what I loved about Mirabel, like the design of her, was they gave her a more realistic look. Right. You know, it wasn't like a typical kind of like, okay, well, we have to make her a certain way. You know, there's this like, you know, they gave her glasses, they gave her like curly hair, they gave her, you know, so it was like they gave her a personality that they don't really dive into, you know. So I did appreciate that from the film.
It's kind of like Pocahontas, right? That's like the opposite. How they turned her into like, you know, I mean, she's like, you know, I'm sure the real Pocahontas didn't look like the Disney version. You know, you could tell the Disney version came from a dude's imagination, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Where like, you know, with a lot of other characters, I like when they kind of go in the more realistic direction sometimes. It's kind of nice, you know? So
Yeah. But thanks, Kiki and Luca. You hit exactly the movie I was talking about. So I think it's overhyped.
You read your mind.
Yep.
Marianne, did you say number 3?
Number 3. No, I didn't.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, geez, not gonna like this.
Toy Story.
I couldn't decide between Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3, so I just put both of them.
Nice.
Yeah, by the way, that's something like The Incredibles or whatever, Toy Story. Like, it's kind of like a franchise. Like, we'll go with the franchise pretty much.
Yeah, though
go ahead.
not Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
Not Toy Story 4. Even though I did like some of it, but I didn't like the ending. But Toy Story 2, for the longest time, was my favorite. Now it got knocked down a peg after so many years. But I really love Jessie. I really like her character, and I kind of relate to that, the things she's gone through, you know, feeling like left behind and ignored and stuff. I don't want to bring it down, but
isn't it something when Pixar does like a little music ballad, they just know like how to like hit every raw nerve.
That hit right in the feels. And Toy Story 3 is beautiful. Everyone talks about the last scene of that movie, which I love. You know, it's very emotional. But the scene in that movie that gets to me is the moment where they think they're all going to die, and they're all like holding hands. And seriously, I'm in the movie theater going, wait, what's going to happen here? You know, because you never know. I mean, I didn't think they were going to like kill the characters, but you're like, okay, how are they going to get out of this?
Yeah.
And yeah, that really got to me. I like all the toys, and maybe it's because I love Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is my favorite actor. Yeah. So I love Woody, and I like Tim Allen too, and everything. I used to love watching Home Improvement and stuff. So
that was a good show. That was a really good show.
Fun. Yeah, I got to go to a taping of that actually.
Did you? Oh, cool.
Yeah, that was.
Do you remember, Marianne? You know a lot of vintage stuff. Do you remember a show called Small Wonder?
Oh yeah.
It's a small wonder, right? A lot of people I know, I love that show too. A lot of people probably have no idea what we're talking about, you know. But I went to, when I was in elementary school, a kid in my class, they like their parents worked on the show or whatever, and so we went to a taping of that. It was pretty cool.
Oh, that's fun.
It's
my dad
wonder, small wonder, and you guys have no idea what we're talking about, right?
Oh no, I'll throw it back up for you though.
That's jeez. Small wonder, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because we're similar in age. You're just a little bit older than me, so yeah.
Yeah.
They're all too young for.
Yeah, he had a colonoscopy already.
I went to a taping of Home Improvement. I'm sorry. And I also went to a taping of Full House as well.
Nice. And yes, I did have a colonoscopy recently too, only a year ago.
So basically, like right now, if no one has gotten a colonoscopy yet, you don't know what Small Wonder is.
I'm still 20 years away, dude.
Oh man, I tell you. I mean, look, I was really dreading it going into it. It turned out okay though. You know, they put you under, you're good to go. The day before is a little. You know, you're on the struggle bus with the liquid they give you. I won't get into the details or whatever, but
puts a whole new meaning to a royal flush.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But it was easy.
I'm gonna go.
Kiki and Luca knows. He just had his done a few days ago.
Like a mini jug.
My face hurts from laughing.
I get this jug to make my hands look bigger.
That'll probably fit in OG's mug that he always uses.
Oh yeah, my mug. It's like a ramen bowl. It's crazy.
Dude, seriously, it's huge.
Kiki and Luca is asking me a question. He said he had a polyp in his asshole. Did you have any OG? It was a pain in my. No, I came out clean. I didn't have any polyps or anything. Surprisingly, I thought as much as I drink and stuff, I thought, oh, something's got to be in there, but no, it was good.
Oh my god! Wow.
By the way, guys, go follow the podcast in case you guys are in case you guys don't. This is the shit we talk about.
For all who has not yet subscribed to the Bad Thoughts, you have to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because you will only get this kind of material on here, because this is
on here. Exactly.
Before George goes, I'm gonna go because Toy Story was my number 3. It was really debatable which play, like my top 3 could have intertwined, but I'll go Toy Story number 3.
It's Toy Story.
Toy Story. It was fun. It was fun to watch. You got Buzz Lightyear doing his thing, and Woody, and it was a fun thing to watch, especially at that time. When did Toy Story come out?
I think it was like 95.
Yeah,
95,
98. And Toy Story 2 was just like my favorite.
95, 98. Somewhere along the lines there.
Toy Story 2 came in 98, right?
Yeah,
Toy Story 2 came out in 99.
Yeah,
99.
Toy Story 2 was probably one of my favorites out of the. But
95, 98, 99,
Yeah,
one of those. But yeah, it was just so fun to watch, man. And the best, it was always the best part when he would come in the room and they would all fall over. Like, it's just an iconic thing to do when Andy walked in. And it was also, dude, like, believe it or not, it was really sad. Andy going away, giving his toys to everyone else. Like, it was a very sad moment. And one thing I love about Toy Story, and a lot of people can kind of I guess relate to, is when they're on the truck holding each other and they're about to fall off, and you could see that on cars today. Like, people put that on their cars today, and it looks like Woody and Buzz are falling off the car, and they have it on their car. Like, that's just fun. So Toy Story was always one of my favorites growing up, and for the longest I forgot that it was Pixar, even though it was like iconic Pixar. Like, it had the light jumping in the front or in the beginning, spelling out Pixar. So, but yeah, Toy Story's number 3. Always a good fallback to watch when I want to watch a Pixar movie, for sure.
Absolutely.
Mr. Italiano.
Yeah.
What's your number 3?
My number 3 is Ratatouille. What was actually funny about this was actually when I saw the trailer for this movie, it was something I wasn't even interested in. I'm like, I don't get it. It's like you're putting a rat into a kitchen, into a setting that rats shouldn't be in. It's like, what kind of storyline are you going to get out of it? But that's the genius part of it, because it actually works.
Oh yeah.
And of how, again, Brad Bird, coming in, making it his own, because they didn't really know where they were wanting to go with it. They had like several scripts, and they just weren't working. Brad Bird came in, put his own little spin on it, and it ended up working. I love Remy. I love how it's the whole notion that if somebody wants to do something, no matter how much out of the realm it may seem far-fetched to somebody else, if it's something that you want to do and it's within you, that you can do the impossible if you put your heart, mind, and soul into it.
Talk to him.
Preach. Take us to church, George. Take us to church.
What what's funny is Ratatouille. I don't know why it came up, but you guys ever seen the movie Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs or something
Yes.
like that?
Yeah.
Yes.
I know it's not Pixar, but I think it's like Sony or
I think it's Sony.
Columbia
Yeah.
or something
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
Sony, I believe.
But for some reason, when I seen that movie, it reminded me of Ratatouille. I don't know why.
It might have been because of Linguini, of how he's like, his stature is like very like
Yeah.
lanky.
Oh, okay, yes, it could
Yeah.
be. Yep.
The big schnoz, the big eyes, the wacky hair,
What was that? Remember that?
Oh, sorry, I
movie
just described my ex-wife. Sorry.
Jeez. The wacky hair.
You remember that guy in he had the his eyebrows were like bushy as hell and you couldn't even see his eyes in that movie in Cloudy the
Oh,
Chance of
his
Meatballs.
dad. His dad.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So
Dude,
funny.
who does he remind you of? Anybody?
Who, the
Who?
dad?
Yeah. Who else who does it remind you of?
In that in the Cloudy with a
Yeah,
Chance of Meatballs?
yeah. What other movie does that dad look like he's in? Nothing.
No.
Luca. Look at the little dude, Luca dad. Same fucking dude, right?
I don't
Unless
know.
I'm tripping.
Oh, I might have to. I'll have to. I know what you're saying. Like I could somewhat kind of see it.
Now I gotta look it up. Maybe I'm tripping.
No,
That's interesting.
But what
Are
was
you-
to Kiki and Luca, I OG, you've done it with me. We
Yeah,
went
yeah.
on Ratatouille.
I liked it.
I think it's a cute ride. My only couple criticisms about it is at the timing when they added it to Epcot, it was a new ride for Epcot, but the technology was used like 10 years prior because it was in or five years prior, whatever, when it opened in Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
So it is a cute ride. It is, I'll ride it every single time. But that's the only thing. I wish that they would have updated a little bit, like with the ride system. Also, because it was an intricate part of bringing it like literally over from Paris, there are some scenes where they actually go back and forth with speaking English and speaking French.
Wait, Cannon, which one were you saying that looks like Luca?
Not that anyone's even listening to me.
I'm gonna touch base on that too. I actually really enjoyed it, and I made it a point to go and try to ride that. 'Cause when I went last, it kind of just opened up, so it was really hard to get on. The whole section that they
I was just
took
going to
out,
say the outside aesthetics
job.
are it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
They
over there.
fit it perfectly in there, and it worked really well. And Italy really needed some help too. So not Italy,
France.
France. Thank you.
Yeah.
Really needed some help too. So yeah, great ride. I thought it was cool. It's interesting. The technology's cool still. I still enjoy the trackless stuff. The only thing I would say, just because I'm picky now and it kind of ruins things for me, is you look up, especially when you're looking at the big screens, you still kind of tend to look up, and the ceiling's just a fucking black ceiling with big old air ducts and shit. Kind of have to figure something out with that. But I'm just being picky. And Tones, the other one was the dad from Luca.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're onto something with that though, Candid.
Yeah.
Now that I'm looking at the dad from Meatballs, it kind of does look like the Luca
Pretty
dad.
close. Yeah. I think the Luca dad doesn't have the unibrow, but he's pretty close to it.
Oh, yeah, man.
Kind of close to it.
That's interesting.
They remind me of the same
Okay,
guy.
so that's the Luca dad, and then can you give us the Meatball dad?
Meatball dad.
And the Meatball dad, yeah, very close.
Similar, yeah.
Interesting.
Sorry.
Connected universe.
Oh, could be.
Conspiracy theories. here we go.
And what's funny, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. What goes with meatballs? Pasta. Luca Italiano.
Exactly.
Real quick, Marianne, are you okay on time?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
fine.
cool. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, we'll go to, I think, done with number 3, right?
Yes, sir.
Here's the last one. All right, we'll start with Candid. Your number 2, please.
Yeah, this is number 2 is Luca.
Mm.
I enjoyed that movie so much, and the best part about that movie, almost like I had it to myself. Like it was a hidden gem because you're in the middle of COVID. There's no one around you, and this magical masterpiece shows up, and no one knows about it. And then you kind of just keep watching it over and over again. Then all of a sudden, oh, movie's great. Yeah, no fucking duh. I saw this like a month ago. This is amazing, and it still did not get the love that it needed. And I'm happy that Disney's going to push it out into theaters because it definitely needs it. Top tier in my eyes, and it's gorgeous, and the storyline's great. There's barely any singing, if any, and it has that old 50s style Italian vibe. So yeah, great stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, Luca's a great movie. I am so sad that came out during the pandy. Because that movie, I think if they would have dropped that in theaters now, it would have crushed. It got shafted.
What's the lineup for the movies that they were going to be dropping again in the movies or in the
All
theaters?
the pandy ones. So like Turning Red, Luca,
And
Soul.
Okay.
Soul was good too.
Yeah,
Soul
those
was
were the
good.
only. I think those were the three.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, Marianne.
Onward. Sorry, real quick. Onward wasn't pandemic.
It was right at the beginning of it. So it was in
Yeah.
theaters for like a
2020, yeah.
week or two, and then they pulled it out.
Gotcha. Thank you. Sorry for interrupting.
Good movie, by the way. I loved it. Yeah, Marianne, let's hear your number 2.
My number 2 is Finding Nemo.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, I love Finding Nemo. So that's the one that made Toy Story 2 drop, basically, to drop a spot.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's pretty old now. What was that? 2003, I think.
2003.
yeah.
Considering how old it is, I still think it's Pixar's most beautiful movie.
Oh yeah.
With all the ocean, there's the scene when Mr. Ray takes all the students to, I forget what it's called, but all those scenes through the ocean. I'm like, God, this is gorgeous.
Well, and Marianne too. The thing I love about Finding Nemo is how there's scenes where like it's all ocean.
Yeah.
And then Nemo is just that like super small in the shot, and the way they make it look so vast,
Yeah,
is amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the part where all of a sudden there's the whale, and it's like they're like, oh, that's just a fish, and all of a sudden it gets closer and closer and closer.
Yeah,
and that movie's so funny. I'm quoting it all the time. I'll go escape, instead of saying escape. And the seagulls are hilarious, just saying one word. And if I see a seagull, I'll go mine, 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 like that. And,
yeah.
It's just such a sweet movie. And I'm big on movies about like parent-child relationships and stuff because I love kids. So I don't have my own children, but
You can have mine. Not like that. You can take the ones I already have.
Yeah, I have. I told George, I have a very strong maternal
I
instinct
quit.
since I was young. Yeah, so I love kids, and so that movie makes me cry a lot, and it's just so beautiful and sweet, and it's amazing. I don't know. It just taps into things so easily with very deep things, but like in a simple way. So
Yeah. Well, and I don't think that I don't know. Not that to my back, not that I can remember, but has animation ever dived into like a protective parent, like overprotective parent like that with Marlon? I don't think it ever really has.
Not really.
Yeah. On Bow.
The Bow short. Yeah.
Right.
I had to be that.
Sure in the hell
And,
not up either.
I love Finding Dory as well. That's really sweet, and I got to go to the aquarium that's based on in real life, and I recommend going. Yeah, that's beautiful, beautiful place.
Nice.
But yeah, I love Finding Nemo. It's so sweet.
It is. It's a great movie. It is though. It's a really good. It's a great movie. It's very emotional. It
And I remember. So all my grandparents have passed. And my mom's mom, my grandmother, I remember she passed in quite a while ago in 2004, and I remember she borrowed Finding Nemo, and she wasn't one to watch movies like that,
right?
But she's like, oh, this movie's so beautiful and gorgeous, and I've always remembered that. So that's sort of special to me. And
nice. Nice.
Gotcha. Yeah, great movie for sure. And it was weird because it was like it almost caught everyone by storm too. Like it was such a cool concept.
Yeah.
Like everyone fell in love with like what it was. I loved it. I was thinking as we're doing these is there's a lot of like DreamWorks movies, like animated movies we could do.
Oh
like
yeah,
like Madagascar and dude, oh my god, Ice Age, like those movies are. Dude, yeah, exactly, dude. There's so much we could do here, guys.
Yeah, we should do like a DreamWorks one or something.
DreamWorks, yeah.
I'm down.
That'd be fun.
Because especially because we don't talk about it as much.
Exactly.
You know, so it'd be kind of interesting to see where everyone's mindsets are at, because obviously when we talk about Disney, we're engulfed in this 24/7. So it's like we kind of get to know, you know, each person's favorite. But like, yeah, going off of like Shrek and How to Train Your Dragon and Madagascar and like all this, like I don't know where any of that stuff is in your guys' mind, which I really don't want to know until we actually do the show, because that would be more interesting.
Are we just going? Will we go straight Warner Brothers or DreamWorks? Because don't they kind of cross each other too?
Oh, DreamWorks is owned by Universal now.
Okay, well, fine.
Yeah. So like DreamWorks, and then their sisters, and then their sister studio would be Illumination, kind of.
Okay. So can we go like with that whole thing then? We
could do DreamWorks / Illumination. There's only like one Illumination movie I like, so it'd probably be best if we do that.
There's only one Illumination that I like, but I'm not going to say it because I'm curious to see if that's. I'm curious.
Hell yeah! Well, while you're curious, let's hear your number,
George.
Curious George.
let's hear your number 2, George.
So my number 2 is a movie that was mentioned earlier, and it is Up. Up is my number 2. I remember I went to actually go see this twice. I went to go see it in theaters, and then the second time I went to go see it at our local drive-in. And just something about this movie, as I said, when you think about the concept of it, you know, on paper, you're like, okay, this wouldn't make any sense. Like, you know, how could it? You know, but when they actually put it in front of you, it's like, okay, it shouldn't make sense, but it does. And the first 10 minutes of the movie, it's basically, I mean, you're completely drained by the time the actual movie actually starts, because it takes you through the process. And I think it was Candid who mentioned this earlier. It's like you don't necessarily have to find something relatable to it, but you may know someone who has gone through it, you know, or it's very relatable to all, where, you know, you can plan something ahead of time, but you know what? Life gets in the way. You know, you might have to fix something, or a tragedy happens. And it's like, and just to know that in Carl's mind at the time when Ellie passed, thinking that he didn't get to fulfill his promise to her, which made him very bitter, very angry at the world and everything. And having a character like Russell kind of being that friendship, that bond that kind of brought that back that he lost for how long. And then to kind of go full circle and to actually open up their adventure book and to keep moving past the pages and seeing all the memories that he shared with Ellie and what have you. And then seeing that final message, you know, thanks for the adventure. No, go make a new one. I mean, it's like literally the beginning of the movie and the ending. Like, as I said, I'm a sarcastic guy. I joke around. I love to have fun. But I tell you, I'm a teddy bear. I wear my heart on my sleeve. And I tell you what, that movie made me a train wreck of emotion. But that's how something that is created as animation with computer CGI, but it's something that can actually hit a nerve with it's fascinating, really. And actually to tug on the heartstrings a little more, this is actually a very true story. There was a girl from my city. Everyone not knew personally, but we knew of her. And she was 9 years old at the time, and she had stage 4 cancer, really bad. And this was the time before the movie actually even premiered. But her one wish was she wanted to see Up, you know, because she saw the previews and everything. And Disney actually sent her a copy of the movie before it even got released into theater, even before they had the premiere. Wow. She was the first person that got to watch Up. And literally an hour after she watched the movie, she passed.
No way.
Oh gosh, that's terrible.
That was her final wish. She just wanted to see Up. And it was very compelling because it was like something so simple but could mean something so big for somebody else. And
Yeah, Disney did that actually with somebody. It was The Force Awakens. I think his name was Daniel. Actually, I don't even know why I remember that.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
Right, and he was a huge Star Wars guy, and then he had like some terminal thing too, disease, and he wasn't going to make it to when the movie premiered, and then he got a special screening of it before he passed away. I like stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like when people die, but I mean, I like I like when Disney does that. When they you know,
They can have a kind of like a
Oh shit!
a kind of a proper send off, if you will.
exactly.
Send off.
Well, I mean, like a proper send off in the sense where it's like where they know that they're not going to be around for very long, so it's almost like they feel fulfilled. They got something that pleased them, so that they can actually rest in peace.
Yeah.
What? You are seeing Lucas making fun of what I said. Thomas, you're cracking up too.
Bro, it was. I love how you had it like you had to specify what you meant. Like,
Yeah, it's like I would hope. I was like, I would hope not.
Yeah.
I don't make it very clear, you know.
That was funny.
And then I just make it worse by with a proper send off. It's like,
Yeah.
You also told the saddest story though. Like,
Yeah,
you could
I
tell
know.
everybody today. So thanks.
Oh, that
George.
was.
That's
All
fine.
right,
Oh
well,
man.
Well, tell us what you do, like OG with the number 2.
Number 2. This one is probably going to be a controversial one. I love this movie though. No apologies. Brave. I really like
Number
Brave.
2?
Yeah. Well, I don't have it in any specific order. My number 5 is like just
okay.
5. Yeah. But I love Brave. I love. Dude, all the red hair, the curly red hair, this is great. And it actually reminds me a lot of like a movie, like I said earlier, like kind of like what Disney animation would do. It feels like a very Disney animated OG likes redheads. I do. I like Youngjin, actually. She's a redhead.
You like what?
No,
I know,
Youngjin.
dude. I thought he was gonna say something else, bro.
That's why I was.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
but yeah, no, I like Brave. I thought it was a great movie. I thought it was adorable. It felt very classic Disney to me. So yeah, and a lot of people don't like that movie, and I totally get it. But I really enjoyed it. And plus, my grandmother had big red hair like that, so it reminds me of her a little bit.
I will have to say, just as a little fun fact, the animator who actually worked on Merida's hair, because they had literally just like one guy working on her hair because it was so like of how they wanted realistic, sort of like how Sully's fur was in Monsters Inc. But the guy that actually worked on Merida's hair, who animated her hair, actually graduated from Carnegie Mellon University, which is in Pittsburgh.
See, George has all this information that he'll bust out every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
What's relevant to that college?
What's that?
What was
Everyone has red hair.
But no, it's just a guy that works in Pixar that worked on a character that now you could actually see in the parks and everything. It just came from my hometown. You don't really get that very often.
Oh, okay. That's what I was curious about. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, OG, I got a question for you.
Sure.
So you have an Asian woman
Okay.
and a redhead.
See, now he's intrigued. See, all you had to
Okay.
say was Asian woman.
Which way?
Which way?
Oh my lord!
A redheaded Asian woman. That's
Right. Tones gets
No,
it.
hey, no, motherfucker, that was on the table.
Youngjin equals
Right.
Youngjin.
Youngjin, yeah. Maybe he knows all about maybe he knows all about red hair
That's the person
Youngjin.
You guys keep posting about all the time.
The what? I'm sorry.
Redheaded Asian lady on Twitter that you guys post about. Is that her?
That's her. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
She's
that's
also
her.
part of the outro that we use at times on Orange Grove 55.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like the unofficial spokesperson for OG55. You know what I'm
What
saying?
are you talking about, dude? She totally called you the other day and told you to do all that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like.
Oh man.
It's great.
My number 2 is going to be The Incredibles.
Oh, nice. You mean number 3 or number 2?
Number
Number
2.
2. Okay.
Yeah, number 2. The Incredibles. It was a superhero family.
Yeah.
I mean, just that alone is just fun to watch, you know. I don't know why they gave the mother such a voluptuous backside, but that was the only weird thing I would say about the movie. But it was fun, dude, watching the little kid fucking run around. Like, have you ever seen the Wild Thornberries?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
Yes,
Donnie's wild.
yeah, Donnie's wild, dude. It reminds me of him, dude. So funny. But it was a family story, bro, which is pretty fun to watch. You get the superhero aspect to it. You get the villains. It's just all around just a great. Some of the movies weren't the best, but it's just a fun I guess series or franchise, quote unquote. But yeah, that's my number 2. I love The Incredibles. I love superheroes, so it hit a certain nerve with me,
Okay, Tens, I have to ask you, since we brought back up The Incredibles, when you were at Disneyland, more so at Disney California Adventure, did you get a Jack Jack cookie nom nom?
Would you call me? No, unfortunately I didn't. Unfortunately, when I went with Candid, we were on a time limit for everything we did, so that wasn't on the
no time for a Jack Jack.
No time. I don't think it's even open.
Was it?
Or it's in a weird ass spot too. Maybe we just didn't go by it.
So when you're doing the parks, are you a go guy? Like ride,
motherfucker, dude.
He has an itinerary for where we go, like everything.
Oh, see, now I really have to see this because you are a go. See, now I have to see you with OG because OG is like the latest back person in the park that you
like. George and I didn't go on shit the whole day.
if I had a season pass, then yeah, I'd be laid back too. But I get to go once or twice a year if I'm lucky.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I got to get my money's worth.
Yeah, see, and that's where I find like the sweet spot for me because it's like I'm a traveler, but yet I still kind of think like a local because I go so many times. So it's like I can do stuff, but I don't have to always do it every single time. Because like as I said, when I was with OG, for lunch we hopped over to the Grand Cali and we had ourselves a sandwich and a beer, and we just
that would be awesome. I would love to do that. When I had my pass,
gluten-free bread on that sandwich. Yeah.
But when I had my pass, that's what happened too. After like the 3rd or 4th time, we just kind of started chilling on the benches and just people watch.
Yeah, I love that.
The one thing that I was pissed off about was when I first went, Candy didn't tell me I had to fucking work out for 3 months to be able to walk this whole park.
You also wore dumbass shoes because you thought you were trying to be fucking cool at Disneyland.
No, they were comfortable Jordans, bro. They were comfortable.
Did that work out for you?
Unfortunately, no, it did not.
Jordans aren't comfortable. break out the Filas.
I know. Well, not
the New Balance.
The New Balance. Yeah. But no, like going in, I didn't realize. Like, I knew we were going to be doing a lot. I just didn't realize we had to be here at fucking 5:02 and 2:20. Like,
those are the fast pass days, by the way. Just throwing that out there. So
tell us if you come with George and I. We were George and I, we get a beer, we'd go to the bathroom, get a cookie and be like, want to get another beer? Okay.
Oh my God. we just got done with lunch at Pim's Kitchen and Avengers Campus, and OG had a beer with his lunch. And we thought, the line wasn't that bad. It was like a 40-minute wait for Radiator Springs Racers, which actually that's really not bad. So we thought, we'll just wait in it. And then like halfway through, we hear someone come on the intercom. We couldn't hear what she was saying, and we thought, oh gosh, did the ride break down and everything? So we couldn't wait. And literally, as I said, we just got done with lunch, and OG said, oh man, I could use another beer.
Yeah, exactly. After hearing that, yeah, there you go. Exactly. A beer than Little Mermaid. That's perfect, maybe. You got it. That's exactly it.
What's your guys' thoughts on pre-gaming Disneyland?
I used to do that when I was younger. I don't do it anymore. But me and my buddy Danny used to do that. We would pre-game it.
What do you mean pre-game?
Like just slam everything you can in front of you, then head to the park.
Drinking Friday night. Yeah. Okay. So,
wait, what's today?
What's
Leslie? Friday night.
well, here's the thing. Technically, over on my end, now I'm into Saturday.
Oh shit! You must be
That's
fucked
true.
up right
That's
now.
true.
No, I'm off. I'm off tomorrow.
I don't get to go very much, but I've gone so much over my life that I'm like, yeah, whatever, I'm fine, just relaxing or something. I'd be fine going on the Mark Twain all day. I mean, I don't care.
Mark
I'm just
Yeah.
happy to be there.
No, in all
it's like-
seriousness, I'm glad I was able to go with Candid, because he did give me like the background with everything, and the stories behind stuff like the Mark Twain, and there's just a whole bunch of stuff that I wouldn't have got when I went there, and it made it even more fun. So it was, don't get me wrong, it was fun.
Yeah. The best is sitting on that train, though. Nothing beats the train, man. You can just sit,
I,
especially at night, just going around in a circle.
I love it, dude. I love it.
All right, I'm gonna start with number one. I'm gonna go first on this one. For my number one all-time Pixar movie, it is Lightyear.
You're a fucking liar.
Wait, okay. I was gonna say, like,
Yeah.
dude,
I think we all
It
have
was
the same.
so silent, bro. It was so silent.
Like, what?
No, Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc. is my all-time favorite Pixar movie, and I don't think it was close, to be honest. I thought Monsters Inc. was such a cool little concept movie. They're there to scare children in a freaking closet, and then there's a whole factory and a whole like workstation behind it. Like it's funny as hell, dude. Like they're so fun. And am I getting the movie wrong, Marcus or Candy?
No.
Oh, you made it sound like I was talking about the wrong movie, dude.
No.
Anyway.
You did it right.
Anyway,
You did it
agreeing
right.
with you.
your face was like
You read the
"Is he talking about
script
right
correctly.
No, but it's just like Mike Wazowski, like iconic character. Sully, iconic character. You get a lot. There was a lot of memes that came out of that movie as well. A lot of memes.
Yeah.
But no, all in all, Monsters Inc. is probably one of my favorites. It was a fun, had a little action in it. It had a cute little storyline. The actors or the voice actors were great. It was one of my favorite ones. For sure.
Speaking of which, because you mentioned voice actors, I'm going to throw a little piece of a fun fact at you too, because I just love doing it. It's fun. Billy Crystal, who does the voice of Mike Wazowski, he kind of did of how he tried to find the voice. He used his own natural voice, but he put a little more to it. But of how he kind of made the character his own, he kind of created a hybrid of what he said, and I'm quoting him, between Mr. Toad and Sammy Davis Jr.
Oh,
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah. So
Sam David Jr. is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He was, yeah, absolutely.
He almost hit Art Linkletter in the Disneyland opening day spell. Did you ever see that, George?
Oh,
I have.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Remember,
Yeah.
on the Disneyland
Yeah.
opening day, Sammy Davis Jr. is riding an Autopia car and he runs into Art Linkletter.
And Frank Sinatra was behind them.
And Frank Sinatra was behind him.
Yeah.
That's
That's great. But actually, Tones, Kaylee would definitely agree with you on that, because that's actually her favorite Pixar movie.
she has great taste. Great taste. But yeah, that's my number one's Lightyear. I'm just kidding. Now Monsters Inc. Great movie. Great. And what's probably unfortunate is I didn't watch Monsters Inc. University.
That's a cute movie. I think you'd like it.
Yeah.
They even have the show. The season 2 just dropped, and so
Really?
good.
Damn. I'll have to check it out.
Nice.
But yeah, we'll go to Candid. What's your number one
Monsters
Pixar
Inc.
movie? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just everything you said it's perfect. It's ahead of its time, I feel. But
Yes, I
that
agree.
story, dude. Like, who the fuck came up with that? That's such a crazy concept, and it worked so well. And then once again, by adding the child aspect to it and the feelings that the monster has towards something that they were so scared of the whole time, and on the other end, something the humans were so scared of this whole time, and then it became a ball of like intermingling. It's just fucking awesome. Great
And
concept.
to answer your question of who created it, is actually Pete Docter, who is now in charge of Pixar.
The entire studio. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Once again, though, I am upset that there was not an official number 2.
Yes.
But I'm having Monsters University and definitely okay having this new show. I think was it Monsters at Work?
Monsters at Work.
Yeah.
So good and it's super funny.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great. Oh yeah, Marianne, you're next. What's your
my number
one?
one is also Monsters Inc.
Hey.
Wow.
Yeah, I love Monsters Inc. Again, it's something with a cute little baby girl, and she's so sweet. And I like that they're completely terrified of her. This cute little thing, she's just sitting there, eating her goldfish, and they're scared of her. And then he becomes, the number one protector, and it's just a sweet movie. And I like the voice work because I can't imagine anyone else voicing those characters.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean, Billy Crystal is so good, and John Goodman's so good, and it's funny. That's an old movie, but the animation in it is still holds up. Completely.
Oh, his fur though, like
yeah, that's amazing.
Individual, oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
yeah, it's held up really good.
TV show, but I have seen Monsters University, and I enjoyed that too. But I think I just like Monsters Inc. more because it has the little kid in it.
It's a cute movie. Yeah. It's a cute movie.
Yeah,
Now,
so sweet. Yeah. I love the part where he thinks she's like crushed.
His face. Yeah, his face. He like looks up and he's like, and then his face just drawn. It's like,
he's like 15. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Now I wanted to
like the part where she all of a sudden goes from being terrified to like going, no, I'm gonna hit him with the baseball bat. I'm like, good girl.
Now I wanted to touch upon something really quick because Marianne had mentioned like the voice cast and everything, and John Goodman. I can't see anyone else playing Sully but John Goodman, which he also does the voice of Poncha in Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah,
but he also does the voice of Baloo the Bear in the Jungle Book 2. Now, here's my thing with this. I love John Goodman as Sully and Pacha because they are original characters and he fit the bill for them. And I can kind of still see how he can fit Baloo. He has that very like rugged, deep kind of voice that he could put. But at the end of the day, for me, it just sounds like Baloo with John Goodman's voice coming out of it because this was a character that was already kind of established. And I'm so used to hearing Phil Harris's voice, the original.
Did he pass away, Phil Harris, or are we?
He passed away before they did the Jungle Book 2.
Wait, so who was the voice on Tailspin? Was it Phil Harris?
No, I don't know who they got.
He sounds.
That's a good question. Maybe it was Phil Harris.
What's the question, OG? Would you ask?
The voice of Baloo on Tailspin. Let's see. I'm very curious.
Actually, that's a very good question.
Yeah, Phil Harris.
Oh, it was Phil Harris.
Okay, so it was Phil Harris. Okay, so that's where it makes sense. Okay,
it was just old. He was probably kind of old though by then.
Yeah. So my thing is, I mean, is it just me where it's like it kind of lost the appeal for Baloo in number 2 because again, it's a voice that I could easily recognize that it's John Goodman because it was a character that was already established rather than it being an original character.
I guess.
What do you guys think?
I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, I never saw Jungle Book 2. I typically stay away from those like those direct to video sequels.
Unless it's Emperor's Groove.
I never saw that one either. Is that one really good? The sequel to that?
Kronk's New Groove.
Yeah, funny.
Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of the direct to video stuff. I saw Return of Jafar, which actually I did like that one. I liked Return of Jafar, but
Return of Jafar was good. I just wish that the animation was just so crappy.
Well, it looked like the television show.
Give them to like third party, like not third party, but they give them to like the.
They came out of the Disney Toon Studios.
Yeah, I'll say the people that are usually back there, they're the ones that get that. Another good one that was kind of a sequel was the. I know. I'm just here, man. Oh shit! I was gonna say Little Mermaid too. That one was pretty good too. I think they did a great job at that.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't see that one.
Beauty and the Beast. was pretty good.
Did George? Did you say your number one yet?
No, I waited for you, so that's why
Okay.
I asked the question.
Cool.
Just to kind of keep the things
Thank you.
flowing.
Sorry, I had to use the restroom.
It's not
But
loud.
feel
This is a
free.
fucking podcast, dude.
Okay, so for me, my number one, you know what? I'm gonna have a little bit of fun. Whoever is in the chat right now, let's see how well you know this Italiano. Let's just see who would know my number one, because I have mentioned it many times on Orange Grove 55. Let's see how many of you have actually been paying attention. Let's see. You could say my number one for me. Let's see if anyone says it. I'll wait a couple minutes. If no one responds, then I'll just say it.
Sriracha.
Sriracha. Disney Pixar Sriracha.
There it is. Okay, do this. Do A, B, and C. Give us A, B, and C, and then we'll vote on it.
Maybe says Jasmine.
Oh, Jasmine. Yeah, exactly.
He's a big Jasmine fan.
Live action.
But yeah, Naomi Scott. Whew.
Good dino. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I think I know it.
Cars 2.
Oh,
okay.
Well,
I think
pretty close. Okay, so
The good dinosaur.
Is that okay?
I think I know it.
You want to go, OG?
Cars.
No.
Isn't it Cars?
No, it's not Cars.
Oh, it's not Cars. I thought.
Can I guess?
No.
Yeah,
go for it.
Is it Coco?
It's Coco.
Oh, she got it.
I thought he was going to say sausage party.
Sausage party. That's a second favorite.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yes, my number one is Coco. For me, Coco was like the last Pixar movie that I felt like they hit a home run with everything, with the storyline, with the characters, with the animation, the colors, the music. Not to mention, again, at the very end, I was a complete wreck. When Miguel,
Don't spoil it.
oh, that's right, yeah, because you don't watch anything. So I can't. Well, how? Okay. Let me try.
Go ahead.
No, because I don't want to spoil. Because I'm the type of person that if someone never like really seen something, I want them to experience it themselves. So let me put it in a way. There's certain elements of that movie that again it tugs on your heartstrings, and I just love that whole notion of, you know, it comes that full circle of family means everything, and how life is so precious. So it's take each day at a, you know, for what it's worth, because at the end of the day, when you don't have that loved one, you know, you just want to be able to honor them and respect them. But you, even though they're not there physically with you, you know that they're there with you, you know, in spirit. And I love that that tradition. As I said, I wish honestly Americans actually would adapt something like that. Someone mentioned it earlier that it's like the respect of, you know, honoring your loved ones, and rather it be a mourning process. It's like celebrate their life, celebrate not even who they were, but who they are, because each person is uniquely different and they will always be that person to you. You know, you don't necessarily have to speak to them as past tense, you know, so it's like,
you know what's funny, George, is, I mean, it's not funny, but you know what's cool is the Italian in you. That's the Italian in you. In case you guys don't notice, I maybe look Mexican, but I'm also half Italian. My grandma was a full like Italian, and that was one thing she always preached, was like we had a lot of family members. She had 12 brothers and sisters, so there was a lot of, she was second to last one to pass, and unfortunately we had to mourn a lot, but she taught us that don't mourn, it's more of a celebration. Celebrate what they were to this world or what they were to this family, rather than mourn them. So for sure, I can get behind that.
Cool. Yeah, so that's my number one, Coco. As I said, so far nothing has surpassed it. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of other great Pixar movies, but I don't know, just something about that movie just like struck a chord with me, that, as I said, for me, it was like the last Pixar movie that was made that I felt like just hit like 10 for 10.
Wow.
Love it. Oh, gee, finish. I was gonna say finish us off, but it doesn't sound right. Finish off this the list, please.
You want me to finish you off, Tones? No, my number one will be Up.
I have I have the sriracha.
There you go, George. Get it ready. Get it ready. Shake it up. No, I would go for Up. I think it's a beautiful movie. I think it's like I said, the first like 10 minutes of that movie just like destroys you. And it's such a unique concept with the whole the kid and the old man. They go on this adventure in this house, the balloons. It's so weird. Where did they come up with this idea? It
works so well, dude. Yeah,
right. It works so good. So it's just I gotta go with Up. Yeah. I gotta go with that. But I will give a couple honorable mentions. I agree with the chat about Good Dino. It actually is not. Or Kiki and Luca said Good Dino wasn't as bad as people make it out to be. I completely agree. I thought the movie was really, really cute. The little caveman boy and stuff. It's adorable. It's a great little movie. A lot of these Pixar movies that people don't like even Brave, that I mentioned a little bit ago. They're good. They're good movies. So
I also thought that.
Brave was good.
Yeah. Real quick, I also thought the movie Dinosaur, was a very underrated movie. It wasn't.
Those animation was trash though. If you look,
I agree, but it was just it was a cool little movie though.
Yeah,
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It was an older movie, but
I had a good nap in the theater. But with the Good Dinosaur, speaking of actually both of those films, when they opened Dino Land at Animal Kingdom, and then they had it was Countdown to Extinction at the time, and then they thought, okay, people aren't really understanding this, so when Dinosaur the movie came out in 2000, they kind of cross promoted it by changing the attraction from Countdown to Extinction to Dinosaur, and they obviously it's to this day that's what it's been called. But I feel like that they kind of took that approach with the Good Dinosaur, kind of hoping that it would kind of revitalize the notion of prehistoric times, that may have saved Dino Land, but unfortunately it didn't do very well. I mean, they had to bring Peter Sohn in, who actually directed Elemental and also did the voice of Emile in Ratatouille. So he had very little to work with, and I think he directed a decent movie for what he was given. But for me, it just felt like it didn't hit all the marks. And I think honestly, if it did, Dino Land probably would have been saved, I think.
Yeah, I could ask you a question, George, because I honestly don't remember too much of the dinosaur ride for some reason. Mm-hmm. Are the animatronics in that ride have anything to do with the movie though, or are they just generic dinos?
They're just generic dinosaurs, but one of the main focus, in the movie Dinosaur, is the Carnotaurus, is sort of kind of like the antagonist, So they kind of utilize that dino.
We're looking for the iguanodon.
Yeah, so they utilized Aladar. I can't believe I actually remembered his name. From the iguanodon from
That's 10 points, dude.
When you see the queue, it shows clips from the movie, but it wasn't actually showcased of the movie itself.
Yeah.
Because
I didn't remember too much of the movie represented in there, at least that I can remember. The
only thing is right when you walk in outside is the actual whatever
facade.
The fuck his name is.
The facade, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
It has a statue in the water fountain of the dinosaur, but I think that ride's not good.
Yeah,
it's definitely outdated. It needed a lot of TLC. They could have done so much more with it, and unfortunately, I love Disney, but I have to give Universal. They just absolutely crushed with the dinosaurs.
The Beijing ride, the Universal Beijing ride with the dinosaur, they chase your vehicle. That's insane, bro. That is insane.
Before we get out of here, I want to ask the panel, but I want to start with you, OG, because I'm curious on your answer. We've done Disney animated movies. We've done Pixar animated movies. Do you think the best animated movie is within the Disney realm, or do you think it's outside of the Disney realm?
No, I do think the best animated movie of all time is in the Disney realm, which is Beauty and the Beast.
Same with mine.
Yeah. But I will say this, though. One of the best, I would say probably top 5 animated movies of all time would be American Tail, and that's not Disney.
Yeah.
I think it's Universal. I think.
Yes.
Or Universal Amblin, I think, right?
Amblin.
Yeah, I love American Tail, but the best animated movie of all time is, in my opinion, Beauty and the Beast. I think that's just the crown jewel. I love it.
I'm actually with OG. Nothing can top Beauty and the Beast for me, literally. Another honorable mention outside of Disney that I feel was a great animated film, especially when it came time for the animation, was The Prince of Egypt.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah, and then DreamWorks took like a totally different direction with their movies. You know,
Yep.
like they were kind of going like the serious, like old school, like Disney traditional kind of route with the Prince of Egypt, and then all of a sudden they kind of went more, kind of like more Illumination style, which is fine. I mean, it's, you know, everyone's got their own like thing, but I like the Prince of Egypt stuff too, George. That's my favorite.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna go ahead and do your thing. 'Cause I was gonna tell you something after. Go for it. You go first.
No, looking at a lot of these like animated movies that we've been doing these last couple of weeks. It's been fun, and it's also been kind of educating because some of the movies that I assumed was Disney movies and then Pixar movies, they weren't, and it was really shocking. But I am curious to go outside of the Disney realm to see where we are with animated movies, as far as like your top picks, because there's a lot of great movies that we could talk about that aren't in that realm. And
I'll suggest one. If you like stop motion animation,
Oh,
I love the Fantastic Mr. Fox.
okay.
That's a good one.
that's a fantastic movie. No pun intended, but it's a fantastic movie. It's really good. You know, I think my ultimate favorite Pixar movie is Zootopia. No, I was kidding. No, I'm just kidding. It feels like a Pixar movie, though. It really does.
Yeah, like Shrek and Ice Age, like those are two, like it's hard not to like those kind of movies. You know what I'm saying? Those are fun stories to listen to or to watch as well.
Yeah,
but I am. Go ahead.
It's weird that Ice Age is Disney now. That's bizarre to me.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So weird.
But what do you think, Candid?
Well, I was gonna give you my top 5 since I wasn't here. If you want me just to run through them real quick.
Yeah, good.
So my number 5 was, let's have it written down here, was Mulan.
Okay.
Just
iconic. No one said that either. Yeah.
Dude, how fucking awesome is that soundtrack? Then you go and make a live action and not do it? Like, you're a fucking idiot. Anyways, going on. Peter Pan's gonna be my next at number 4, and then we're gonna go number 3 will be Hercules. Or no, excuse me. Emperor's New Groove number 3, Hercules number 2, and then my number 1 all-time favorite, the Goofy movie, and then honorable mention Ichabod.
Oh dang!
Nice. Yeah. Going old school.
Wow, Ichabod Crane.
Yeah, love that.
That's wild. That's wild, bro. I like that.
I'm be honest. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Well, that's Ichabod Crane and Mr. Toad.
Mr. Toad. The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
Yeah.
You know what I like too, and I went just because I kind of went back and rewatched it a couple times because it keeps playing. Is Princess and the Frog? People give it a lot of hate.
Oh, it's a good movie.
It was good. The story was pretty good, and just they did such a great job at the setting of it. You know, they kept it very Louisiana. Not that I know what fucking Louisiana is, but they kept it in my mind. This is what Louisiana is to me. They did a great job at doing that. Yeah, and she's a great princess, and I think she needs a little bit more love, which she's going to be getting soon. But yeah,
did you say your top 5 in the chat last week, Marianne, for your top 5 Disney?
I think I did. I could say them real fast.
Yeah, go ahead.
What was my 5? Shoot. Well, okay. My number 1 is Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
Number 2, Little Mermaid. Number 3, Aladdin. Number 4, Tangled. And number 5, Sleeping Beauty.
That's a great list. That's
was that your ass?
And of course, you think it's a great list. It's almost the
same. That's a great list.
We're in sync. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mr. Webba is back. What up, Webba?
Mr. Webbs. Mr. Webba, Princess and the Frog was my number 3. Awesome.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun, guys. Doing movies in the last couple of months and over the last year has been really fun. And top 5 is something that or we do top 10 usually, but it usually we can go another 4 hours if we did a top 10. But top 5 has been a lot of fun doing it, and usually we have these conversations like with friends, like when we talk about Pixar or Disney, and it's fun doing them because we get to interact with not just us on this panel, but in chat. And chat always has facts that are not only are they true, but they're also funny as hell too. So I love doing these, man. These are so fun. So thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. It looks like we're going to be doing a top 5 for animated movies in general, because
Awesome.
outside of Disney. So we'll
So we can pull from anything, any studio.
Yeah, we'll do any studio, because I mean we could
I
do.
love that.
We could
Nice.
do. Disney is just top tier when it comes to animated stuff, so we'll do outside of Disney, but any other studio besides Disney will be.
We should do. Honestly, like we did our top 5 Disney, we did our top 5 Pixar. We should do each studio, and then once we have like our 5, if we kind of keep a track of like what our 5 is, and then do a show of pinning them against each other to see like what would be like the top like all-time animated, in that sense.
Yeah. Okay, we could do that too.
Yeah,
we could do that too. I love
Candid. Do you like Ponyo?
Oh, he's muted.
Oh, you're on mute, bro.
Yes. How the fuck did it mute itself?
it just
weird. Like,
your
shut
mic
the
is tired of
fuck
hearing
up.
your voice.
Yeah, right. I could hear my own voice. Fucking 30-something years. Yeah, no, it was one of my favorite. Same with.
Okay, well, nice, because it's nice to. Oh, and maybe enjoys. Okay, so I'm glad there's people out there that like Ponyo other than me, because it's like.
Oh, it's so great, and it's cute.
It is, honestly
and scary. And fucking weird. Makes me feel like I need to do something weird too.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Kiki's delivery service too. That's my shit.
Yes, Kiki's delivery service. Yes.
Oh
yes.
Yeah. Kiki and Lucas said best animated movie of all time is Grave of the Fireflies, a Japanese movie. I don't know what that is.
Web.
That's the fucking Ponyo.
What the fuck is Ponyo? Only have. Mr. Webba, you have to watch some Hayao Miyazaki films, because they're phenomenal. Basically, I know he doesn't like to be titled this, but he's the what do they call him? The Japanese version of Walt Disney, and he doesn't like it. I think that's like the greatest freaking compliment. Like if anyone, Lord,
there's worse things you can be called. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying? That's not necessarily a bad thing.
I know.
But guys, we're gonna wrap it up there. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate it. This has been a lot of fun. Marianne, always welcome back on the channel. We love you.
Thank you.
Fun talking to you.
Fun.
I know.
Literally, my face hurts from laughing.
Yeah, we literally we talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
Ever since we met George and OG, it's been nonstop laughter, and it's like we've known each other for years, and it's fun meeting people like that, and doing these with them is, especially because they're Disney people, they do Disney content. It's even more special because they, like I said, they educate me. They educate people who don't know these kind of movies. And George, when we did the Disney top 5 Disney, he told us about voice actors. He told us about years of certain movies. Like I wouldn't have known that if I didn't have George on. So stuff like that is very, very fun to me. I love interacting like that.
And honestly, if I could add something to that, because I want to record with you guys much more. We don't do it as often, and I want to get back into it because I love recording with you guys. And as I said, I'm a very kind of complex kind of guy. I'm like a lasagna. I have like lots of layers.
It tastes the same still as.
Are you kind of cheesy, George? Kind of cheesy?
Actually, yes. I'm cheesy. I'm spicy. I'm saucy. I'm all that kind of stuff. But that's just it. Yeah, exactly. So, but that's actually what I'm like of how you guys get me. It's like I can say something, and you guys can just like throw something right back at me. I encourage people to do that. I love interacting with people like that, and that's how I know that we click very well, because I throw sarcasm at. I want it thrown back at me. I love it. It's so. As I said, it's always a great time being on here with you guys. I appreciate both of you
Can,
for having us on.
can we get some feet in the chat for George? Come on.
But I want to put my piece in now too, and I agree. We do need to do this more often. I know everyone's just been fucking busy, and your guys' channel has just been popping. So I know you guys got your thing going on, but we need to get back in the rhythm. We still have our other shit we need to work on too together.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
yeah, I forgot about that, dude.
Yeah, we got
Orange thoughts. Orange
Yeah,
thoughts.
orange
shit.
thoughts.
But
It's
no,
coming.
You guys are amazing. You guys are fucking awesome. And George, you take everything so well, and that's what makes it just amazing. And then you also give it back, which is fucking awesome too. And a lot of people in this world are so scared to do that. And
Just have fun, right?
yeah, just have fun. And I hope everyone out there understands that I'm just doing everything and say things just whatever because I don't fucking care. And I'm having fun. And if I hurt George's feelings, George will tell me on the side, be like, "Dude, you hurt my feelings." Guess what? I'm in that foot pick. He'll be over it.
OG, were you looking for a drop there? It looked like you were looking for a button drop to.
Oh no! I was fixing my keyboard was gonna fall off the desk.
Oh no! Okay, we didn't say money or anything, right? We don't have money drop on.
We didn't say money. I don't have the money drop. I'm on your StreamYard, so I can't do the money drop.
Yeah.
I can only do audio. Let me see if I got something fun.
You know what's funny is I have a stream key or
Stream Deck.
Yeah, Stream Deck, and I don't even have it plugged in.
I will say, Marianne, too, you're more than welcome anytime on this channel. Like, we
Absolutely.
encourage you to come on. This is great.
I wanted to say something. I had a bad experience with someone, and I wasted my time, and they weren't very welcoming with me. And you guys have all been so welcoming and nice and kind so quickly. It's like I didn't even have to try anything. Or do you know what I mean? It was just like I just have to be myself, and you invite.
You didn't have to give us the poison apple.
It's just so refreshing, and yeah, I feel like I've known you guys for a long time, and you're just so fun, and I just appreciate. Sometimes it's hard for a girl on social media. Sometimes, honestly, and it's just so refreshing to meet nice guys.
Yeah,
I love you all.
Well, thank you, Marianne.
Awesome.
Yeah, for real.
Thank you. Appreciate
it.
it.
And I say this all the time, like especially Candace and I, we've been working customer service jobs for a while. Like that was our.
I will babysit. I'm available.
I know, right?
Have them. Just take them. I love my kids, but fuck, man, they get crazy. They're out there.
Oh, maybe he's requesting the Kendrick drop for Candid when he talks about Encanto. Here we go. This is for you, Candid.
I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you sneak this. If I catch flight, it's gonna be direct.
There you go.
Okay.
Fucking loved it.
How long have I known you guys now? It's been what, like a year and a half?
It has to,
years?
it has to be
Yeah,
over
like a couple years, maybe.
I have not gotten a drop from you fucking guys. Just you got one for fucking Joe Schmo. I don't get one. Fucking Joe's out there just gigging and doing his thing.
I want one.
I
We
know,
all
right?
need a drop.
We all need a drop. Okay, I got it. I'm on it.
To go off what you were saying, Marianne, especially Candid and I, we worked. I mean, I shouldn't say Candid because Candid hates people sometimes. So I'll say myself.
Equally, by the way.
Yeah, I worked customer service, and I taught customer service I was an instructor as well. But talking to people is fun to me. Like I literally enjoy it, and I don't make it to where someone feels uncomfortable or pissed off at me. Like I know how people's days go. Some could be good, some could be bad, but you always got to go in with that mindset when I meet new people, when I talk to new people. So and it's how we were raised too. We were raised to respect people. So it sucks that, especially when you say, it's hard to meet people and feel welcomed. Like that's the one thing that was instilled in us to do is to make people feel at home when they're in your presence or talking to you. And that's something that I've always said that I thank my parents every day for teaching me, was to literally talk to people like they're humans who go through the same, troubles as you. So that's where we get that from. And it's cool to hear too that you feel welcome around us. So thank you again for coming on. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you guys are great.
Yeah, even if we don't agree on certain things.
I'm fine with that. I don't care. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I said that the other day. I'm like,
Yeah, I always say, I always
say
say that. I always say that too. You know, you could have a different opinion than I have. You're wrong, but you could have it.
I love things people hate all the time. I'm like, oh well, so I'm used to having unpopular opinions.
It's kind of my
but I'm fine with
characteristic.
it.
Like that's kind of my character too. I'm the bad guy.
Yeah, he pisses you, and you could tell him like you're pissing me off because I
guess
do
what
all
I'll
the time.
do later. I'll be like, dude, I was just fucking with you the whole time.
Yeah.
I really did like it.
Yeah, literally, our whole childhood was that. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. You're pissing me off.
Hey, Candy, did you say you were the bad guy?
Oh yeah.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers.
Yeah.
And say that's the bad guy.
There you go. There you go.
That's me.
Exactly. But thanks again, guys, for coming on. I'll start with you, Marianne. Just remind the people where they can find you on social media.
You can find me on Twitter at The Girly Nerd and Instagram at The Girly Nerd Blog.
Yes, sir. Make sure you guys go follow The Girly Nerd. Appreciate it. Thank you, Marianne. OG, always a pleasure, bro. Always a
pleasure, Tones. And Cannon, thank you both. And George the Italiano, Girly Nerd, always awesome talking shop with both of you as well. You can find me on Orange Grove 55 on YouTube, where we talk theme park, studio, everything. We even talk corporate stuff. We even talk Bob Iger, shareholder meetings with Mr. Seymour Duck. We do it all over there. And then Instagram, you can find me at Orange Grove 55. I'm kind of new to Instagram, but I'm getting a little more active over there. Go ahead, George.
What don't we do over there? I think we cover like every kind of topic there ever is, like whether it's corporate, studio, theme park, music. We cover it all.
We're doing a corporate earnings call one day. The next day we're doing K-pop reactions with Tones and like you, and like it's crazy. We do everything, absolutely everything.
You guys got to let us know when the landscaping happens as well, guys. I haven't seen an episode when
landscape or manscape.
Both.
We're still trying to get we're still trying to get Manscaped on, because I mean hello, like I'd be the perfect candidate.
I'm telling you, I actually emailed them. I did actually email them.
Hey, let me know if you do, because I'll email them too, dude.
You know, it's perfect. George is Mr. Balls to the Wall, right? You got so much hair, bro. It's perfect, man. It's freaking perfect.
Oh, that's great.
You know, but and then last but not least, you can find me on Twitter at Orange Grove 55. And let me see if I have a little drop for us. We can do a little Star Tours. There we go.
Nice.
The Italiano. Thank you again for coming on, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on.
Of course, man.
Yeah, you can find me on social media, on X, or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, at Disney George. You could also find me on Instagram under the Disney Italiano. And of course, you can find me on my home base on Orange Grove 55 with my segment of Citrus Corner with all that sweet, juicy, but sometimes sticky Disney news and info.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Candid, Mr. Gluten-Free.
Gluten-free.
Not by choice.
By the way, do you get pissed when I say that shit?
No.
Okay.
About what?
Good. I mean, if you did get pissed, I'm going to keep saying it, but I was just curious.
Yeah, no.
Well, I will really quick, Candid, to your comment. George should hire Mr. Smee to help him shave. Well, he does know how to shave a seagull's ass, so I mean, if he wants to do mine, I mean, that's perfectly fine.
All the way down to the bottom.
You would let Mr. Smee touch your ass, George?
That's
well, wait, as I said, hey, if he can get it nice and smooth, I mean, go for it.
He'll put some aftershave on there for you. You know?
Yeah, add a little burn.
But you can't just apply it on. You gotta slap it on though.
You gotta slap it on.
Yeah.
By the way, what a great scene! Like that was such a great scene.
That was my favorite scene in Peter Pan, because it was just oh god, it was great. And then he's like, he thought that Hook lost his head, and he's trying to feel. It's like it's perfect. It's honestly it's like that, like a Laurel and Hardy kind of moment,
right?
Like that kind of like old like Three Stooges kind of thing.
It's funny.
Mr. Webb said Pepper Pig. Yes, you can find me, Candid Camper, at my channel, where I'm gonna try to get these people on, even though I keep asking them what your favorite movies are. I want to know what your favorite movie is. Then we can watch the trailer for it, and then we'll be like, "Hey, does it hold up?" And they'll be like, "I think it does." And if it doesn't, then we'll be like, "Well, it's still my favorite movie, anyways." So go follow me, the Candid Camper. Check out my new content; it's pretty awesome. I just dropped a video today on Pirates of the Caribbean. The first one, yes, I say Caribbean, not Caribbean. So fuck off. And you can find me, the Candid Camper, with the extra R at the end on Instagram, and Candid Camper on X.
And that is the correct way to say Pirates of the Caribbean.
But yet it's funny. Like when I say Pirates of the Caribbean, but for the resort I say Caribbean Beach. Disney's Caribbean Beach Hotel. I think it's so funny.
Caribbean or whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Royal Caribbean. That's
fucked me up, dude. I think I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Holy
They're the
shit.
same thing, but you just have to say it different. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
We don't make the rules, Candid. You just,
I'm just here.
Okay,
again.
I have to ask you guys. This. I was a barista for 8 years, and the one thing that irritated me the most is when people said caramel instead of caramel.
Caramel.
Oh yeah, it's caramel.
What do you guys say?
It's caramel.
Okay,
Caramel. Yeah.
caramel.
It's actually honestly over here in the Berg, everyone says caramel.
Oh, George.
Does
Do you call
everybody
it
actually call it
pop?
the Burke?
Like literally. Well, here's the thing. Do you guys know? Well, no, you guys wouldn't know Yinzer talk. That's basically what it is. It's Yinzer. Like we say, it's time to red up, which means clean up. Time to red up your room. I'm trying to think of some other ones. We say yins. Like that's how we say it. It's like you all, but it's yins. Like are yins gonna come tonight? You know.
I've never heard these before.
Me
Me
neither.
neither.
This is only Pittsburgh talk.
By the way,
So
none
it
of us
has to do with the
can
Berg.
collaborate. It's either.
Yeah.
So
I have
could
a
just be fucking
T-shirt.
with
I
us.
have a T-shirt with all these, with all the they call it the Pittsburghese
Yeah, that's crazy.
kind of language.
Well, I
Yeah.
say caramel, so fuck y'all.
You say Carl. So I gotta ask you a question, George. So do you call it soda or pop?
Pop.
Yeah, I figured out there they call it pop, right?
Bologna.
Uh-huh.
We out here it's called jumbo.
What?
Oh, I thought you were
Oh,
gonna
you
say
guys say Bologna?
Jumbo.
yeah,
Bologna.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, jumbo. Yeah.
By the way,
Mr. Eva is so funny in the chat. George is that back country.
Leave it there. But...
By the way, can we all agree that bologna is fucking awful?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah.
It's
You know
why?
disgusting.
Because you grew up eating that shit because we're fucking poor.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Well, no,
fucking
what did
dry-ass
it for
sandwich.
me? What did it for me was I because I used to eat it as a kid. You know, it's like I opened the bag and there was like this funky white slimy shit all over it.
Oh.
I was done. Like I couldn't look at it. I couldn't touch it. I can't even smell it. I hate that shit.
Oh.
Two-
I
two
haven't had
things-
bologna in years.
Yeah, me neither. Two things I can't eat anymore because we had it. We didn't have it frequently, but we had it a lot when we were kids. Was Salisbury steak? I can't eat no more because it's just gross as fuck. Unless it's like home cooked. You know what I'm saying? And I can't eat like Kraft mac and cheese. Kraft mac and
Wow.
cheese. It's
Oh,
I love mac and cheese. Don't get me wrong, but Kraft
not
mac
Kraft.
and cheese. No, I
fuck
can't
I
do it
fuck with
anymore.
that Annie's now.
Oh,
What, the
that's
gluten-free
interesting.
one.
Yeah,
I did once.
It's not bad. What?
I said I did once.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Anyway. Guys, make sure you guys are subscribed with notifications on so you guys are notified once a video is uploaded. Also, we're going to be doing some more top fives. Put in the comments and let us know what you guys want us to do next. We'll love to get you some thoughts of movies or shows, even shows I'd love to do with you guys as well. So let us know. Also, I just found out today that I'm almost to a what is it called, OG? Like a
Monetization.
Yes, I am almost there. So
yeah.
make sure you guys like up, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I'm almost there, so hopefully we can get there soon. But thank you guys again for watching. I appreciate it. what was I going to say? Oh, if you guys want to follow me on social media, Tones_TV on all platforms. But love you guys. Hope you guys have a great night. Love y'all.